We're gonna transition anyway.
I mean, he's gonna be the worst friend we ever had.
He's up there. Why did he get the Tapatio?
Because he wants to eat the rest of your fucking chips, which, God damn it.
I
got Takis. I got Takis.
He has Takis.
Anyways, I don't want to admit this when he's in the room, but Bruce is probably our host because he's good at coming up with what we're going to talk about. And
he's going to steer the discussion. So let's start talking about some of the shit over here. Not that. 6 years later, Disney acquisition of Marvel looks smarter than ever.
Well, no shit.
Is it Disney?
Whoever the fuck argued. You didn't know that?
No. Oh. I know.
But is
Marvel's success because Disney has the resources?
No.
Is it Disney or is it something else?
Oh, okay. Looks like we got a new host, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
No, I think it's both. But they've obviously were doing it before Disney. But what the plus that Disney has is that Disney is bringing this reality above the movies, right? So like we get Pocahontas. Okay, that was a bad one because they don't care about brown. They don't care about brown people, unfortunately. Because my favorite one has always been fucking Aladdin, and you barely get to see fucking Princess Jasmine. Anyways, but I think that Disney keeps them alive. Jesus Christ, he just put Tapatio.
The camera got it.
Tapatio.
We'll be highlighting that. I'm gonna clip that.
Okay, we thought this was for chips.
It's not for chips.
Who the fuck puts it in a Coors Light? You want to talk about being a cracker? Boy, I'll tell you what. Don't fucking put it in mine.
Try it.
No.
Let's try it.
It can't be good.
It's hella good. I'm telling
you. It can't be good. Oh, you put it in your beer.
It's good, right?
It's not bad, but like...
Yeah, exactly. It's
for
not
two
bad.
guys that are scared to eat the butthole. You guys are over here fucking drinking hot sauce beer.
He did. You did.
Wait, that's another discussion. That's not Twitch appropriate.
Well, actually,
Let's get back to the Disney discussion.
Is that not Twitch appropriate?
Let's not talk about it.
Okay, well, can we come up with a metaphor?
Sure.
Okay, so what do we...
Well, let's talk about what we're talking about. Let's talk about what Reed brought up. So Disney, 6 years later... come on, where's the title at? Over here, you're breaking down the title.
I'm talking about
6 years later, Disney acquisition of Marvel looks smarter than ever. The topic was... Is it because of Disney that this Marvel success, or is it because of Marvel? And I was saying that Disney, the only plus that Disney brought to it, other than the fact of the money, the creative writers, and all that, was the fact that they're going to keep it alive even more physically. Like think about it. The Tower of Terror is now the Guardians of the Galaxy ride. You can go there now as kids. When we were kids, we couldn't go see a fucking Wolverine or anybody from our Saturday morning cartoons at Disneyland, and now you can. That is dope. Like, and this brings me to what I wanted to talk about with my niece. My niece is seeing. I wanted to be there when my 5 and 8-year-old niece went to see this latest movie, the Avengers movie, because I wanted to see their reaction to when their heroes died. Because think about it, when we were that age, nobody in a movie or show we like died. Unless we read comics.
I mean,
unless we were reading a comic book.
Well, because they were more about the sort of hero comes back, hero wins, sort of.
Right. And even these old movies were too, but they're building up. So, and kids have been watching all these movies. Parents have been bringing their kids, sharing this experience.
It's shattering everything that we know about.
Oh, it is. It is. And it's great. And we've gotten totally off of the Disney thing. No, we haven't, because we're talking about kids.
So we're talking. No. Here's how it wraps back. 6 years later, is it smarter to do these sort of type of narratives, these sort of things? Like,
with Disney, or what do you mean?
The Disney acquisition.
I think it's genius. Dude, when I heard Disney bought Star Wars, I was ecstatic. I said thank you, because the last Star Wars that they came out with, episode 1, 2, and 3, were the worst.
That was a long time ago.
But they were the worst. There's a lot of people who like them because they were born in the fucking like 90s. Or like mid 90s or late 90s, and then they're like, oh, those like. But I was born in '88, but I grew up with the fucking box set of Star Wars VHS when I remember I was only like 5 or 6 when they came out with that, and it was a huge deal. My aunt and uncle loved it. Like, Star Wars has been a part of my life since I was a kid. You know what I'm saying? Like, It's weird.
No,
because it's just kind of like Disney movies. It's just like Disney movies.
People sort of animated sort of childhood.
Right, exactly.
Movies and shit.
But so I can understand why there's some people who were born in the mid '90s, late '90s that are like, oh, this motherfucking episode 1, 2, and 3 was tight. Those were horrible.
Well, right.
And even I saw that at a young age. I was like, I mean, I didn't think I understood why I didn't like it, but I just did not like it. Like, I did not like 1, 2, and 3 at all. I was like, dude, these fucking suck. And then the older I got, I understood it was because the writing was just the worst.
What? Wait, 1, 2, and 3, what?
The episode 1, 2, and 3.
Oh, of Star Wars. Right.
Was just shitty.
It wasn't too terrible, though.
It was terrible.
Is that the Sith?
3 wasn't
the first one wasn't
Is that the
bad.
Sith? 3?
The first one was fucking shit.
I didn't mind the
only
first
cool part
one.
was the Darth Maul fight.
Oh, okay, that's the one that everyone always
Oh,
talks
yeah,
about
no,
as
you're
being,
right.
like,
That
the
one is
better
with
of
Jar
the
Jar Binks. I'm sorry. Maybe I am thinking
Revenge
of
the Sith is alright.
It's not bad, but the acting in all of them is horrible.
Oh, that's
the Anakin. Like, who the fuck played Anakin? I don't even know because he's been in nothing since.
No, because he's shit. But Hayden Christensen, right?
Here's a new topic.
Well, no, but what I was gonna say is the reason that was more genius by Disney,
Right in the wave.
and the reason they pumped so much money into Marvel,
Right.
is
After their acquisition.
Yeah, you guys both remember my brother Christian, right?
Yeah.
English teacher in high school.
Christian.
And he said, all right, so like growing up in the 70s and 80s, it was comic books, right?
Right.
Like the Infinity Gauntlet, Infinity Wars, 1992, 1993, 1991, right?
Yeah.
And everyone talked about like, oh, who's stronger? You know, is it going to be like, is it Spider-Man? Is it Captain
Man,
Marvel?
Captain
Is it Adam Warlock? And because they sold off certain rights, or like Wolverine at some points, Deadpool at certain points can like beat everyone.
Right.
But now because like they lost certain rights,
Deadpool can always beat everyone.
No, exactly.
It's just a matter of heart
but,
with Deadpool.
But what he was telling me the other week was like now listening like so like take like 1996, 1997 to like 2009. No one talked about Marvel. No one talked about the comic books. That was living vibrantly and colorfully in the imagination of young Americans in the 70s, 80s, and early 90s, right? But then it just got lost when Marvel was going into bankruptcy. But now,
give us a timeline. Give us a timeline. Bankruptcy, what year?
The near bankruptcy was around 2001, 2002.
Okay, so we're talking early 2000s.
But now, like, what my brother Christian was saying was, like, now he's listening to his high school class of these, like, 15, 16, 18, 17, 18-year-olds. And they're like, oh, who's stronger? Is it Thor, Iron Man?
So
and
it's
like,
bringing back that same sort of...
there's two things about
book.
that. Is like, one, it's funny because he's like, you know, us as teenagers in the early 90s, 80s, we never would have even thought, like, Iron Man and Thor
no, we would have hit
powerful.
it. No, we would have.
Because it's Captain Marvel, you know, like, those were the most powerful back then. Adam Warlock was the most powerful. What you're saying.
Okay.
But the second thing...
But we wouldn't even talk about it, let's be honest.
Yeah, that's the second thing, is Disney brought it back into the imagination of kids now.
Well,
it brought it back into the imagination
I don't know
of
if you could give all that to Disney because I think that was happening before.
It was.
And then Disney said, well, let's hop on this because look how big it's getting.
Absolutely.
And we have the money to do it.
But that's the thing.
But what I would say is that just in general, all of this, and Disney helped keep it alive, I guess you could say. I guess we wouldn't know what would happen if Disney wasn't if Disney didn't buy it. But I still think they'd be pretty successful. But it's just Disney's got the movie and they showed what movie was it? And it was a Disney movie, dude. And it was when I seen it, I was like, see, Disney don't give a fuck anymore.
You straight up Tecate and everything.
Yeah, dude. Disney doesn't give a fuck about
Oh, you took my chips too?
about. They were going darker is what I'm trying to say, basically. Like, they weren't scared to be darker in their movies. You know what I mean? And that's why I wasn't disappointed when they bought Star Wars. Because a lot of people were scared. Let's be honest. When they bought Star Wars, a lot of people were like, fuck. What are they going to do to Star Wars? And I was like, are you kidding me? They got the money. And now Star Wars got the money and a better creative team. Because George Lucas, to be honest, started to kill what he created. He needed to step off and let someone else.
Going back into episode 1, the episode 2?
Yeah, going back to what I was talking about earlier, exactly. Like if he was gonna make another group of movies and just be as lazy as he was for those,
it was.
That's what it was. Is that Disney isn't gonna be, lazy because they have the money to not be. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They have the money to pay the people to not be lazy.
Right. Damn.
No, it's true. But the cool thing about what Disney's doing right now is the acquisition Lucasfilm, the acquisition Marvel, and then before that the acquisition Pixar. And the cool thing about when they acquisition all these studios is that with Lucasfilm, they're like, okay, all the power goes to Kathleen Kennedy, I think her name is, the president of Marvel. Okay. The president of Lucasfilm. In Marvel, all the power goes to Fige, right?
What'd you call me?
Fige. In Pixar, when they bought them, they're also like, we're not touching you. So in all three scenarios, they were like, we're buying you for profit, but we're not touching your creative process. We're not touching your writers.
Right.
Everything you're doing it
we just
great.
own you.
We will just give you money.
Yeah, exactly. What I was gonna say. We're basically making your pockets.
Model.
We're making your pockets deeper. We see that what you're doing is working, so we just want to be the ones who are paying
to get some of the fucking pie.
Yeah, we want to get in the pot.
I think Disney more or less was just being business savvy.
Well, dude, Disney owns the world, man. They're running ESPN, they run ABC.
That's fair.
Once they get
in terms of networking,
once they get FX Entertainment, they're gonna have 40%.
I didn't know. Is that the recent acquisition? Or the
that's what I was gonna.
That shit?
Hold on.
I was gonna also argue with you about.
You didn't know they bought.
If they have that, how do they not have the Silver Surfer?
No. It's because it has to be.
Yeah,
approved it has to be approved by the SEC. Because it's a huge merger, right? It's a huge acquisition.
Proposed acquisition.
They're thinking of Monopoly or something.
Disney, is this it right here?
I gotta take a piss.
This means that Deadpool and X-Men go back to Marvel. Everything goes back to Marvel now.
But I'm not so big on. I want to come back and talk about this. I'm not so big on the Wolverine.
No, you have it wrong though.
Hold on.
We'll get back to it. But you're right. Let's talk about the butthole for a second while he goes away.
What? Okay, talk about this.
I know the butthole. We're gonna wait until he comes back.
Oh no!
So why do you not eat it?
No.
Why do you not eat it?
Because they're not all bleached.
So you need.
It's unsanitary.
So you don't.
I mean, you do what you just.
So you don't like the raw impromptu style, like the.
Oh God!
You know what I mean? Like where you introduce them to wonders that they've never been introduced to. You don't want to be that person.
I don't.
You don't want to be that person. They're like, oh my God, wow, that's never happened to me. You don't want to be that person.
I don't. I don't want to experience that.
But they want to experience it.
Right.
It's not about you, it's about them.
I don't.
That's what gets the big coming pretty quick. You know what I mean?
What?
The big O.
Oh, the big O. The big O.
Yeah,
I get it. Yeah. Maybe if the mood called for it,
what mood would call for it? Let's talk about that.
What mood?
Yeah. Do you need candles? Do you need like rose petals on the floor?
Yeah, you need something extravagant.
Okay. So you eat the bunholio when there's something extravagant happening. Explain the situation. Go ahead. Go to your DI status. What is the situation in which Reed Ramsey eats the bunholio? 0, 1, 2, 3 pounds.
Oh my God.
0, 1, 2, 3 pounds.
The scenario.
Wait, Sean, he's explaining the scenario in which he eats the bunholio.
That gives you so much time to put your pants back on and everything.
He's explaining the scenario in which he would eat the bunholio.
Okay.
So explain.
It had to be something very unique.
Okay, what is it? Explain it.
Very
Be vivid. Be precise in your language. What situation would you do it?
All right. So.
Do you need to be in Mexico?
We go out.
Okay.
We go out.
Okay.
I'll tell you. I got a quick.
It's probably international.
Okay.
It's probably international. Don't go international that often.
Okay. So you're on an international trip.
We're on an international trip.
Let's be more. All right. Keep going.
We're in the heart of where? We're on the heart of Paraguay.
Paraguay. Okay.
No. Wait. No. I misspeak. We're in the heart of Portugal.
You have
Portugal.
to. Okay.
Okay.
We're in the heart of Portugal, and
it's not as good as Ireland.
Drinking red wine. It's flowing. It's flowing.
Are you in a hotel room? Are you on the beach? Are you?
We have an Airbnb.
First of all,
the beach.
First of all, hold on. Wait. Red wine and butthole. Perfect pair.
Okay.
You're
doing good.
Sommelier extraordinaire, butthole extraordinaire. What can he say?
Okay, so you're in an
on
Airbnb.
The beach.
You got one. Okay,
near the beach.
You don't want to be on the beach.
You don't want to be on the beach.
Nobody likes.
No
one likes eating a clam. No one likes eating a clam and they getting a crunch from sand in your mouth. It absolutely ruins.
Okay, we're in the Airbnb.
Sound effects. I can't get it fast enough.
All right, you're in the Airbnb. You're in Portugal. You're drinking red wine. You're about a couple of blocks away from the beach. You can smell the ocean.
How do you get into it?
You pull the pants down. That's how you get into it.
So,
do you eat the puss?
We're drinking wine. Hold on. We're drinking. We had some smoke. Had some locals. Give us some of that Portuguese and chronic.
Yeah.
We're smoking.
Yeah,
Take a chill break. Eat some food.
Hey man, stop cutting around the bush and get into it. Hey, all right. So come on, man.
And then you tap into some of the hard liqueur, the specialties.
Okay.
You do tasters. You smell the scents.
Okay, so now you're getting if you're eating the butt, you're not trying to smell too much.
No. This is pre
What are you
eating.
smelling? What are you smelling?
This is pre.
What are you smelling?
I'm smelling the liqueurs that I'm drinking from the native.
So we're still okay, but all right. So
Portuguese.
The native.
the native Portugals.
All right, so
all these Portugals around here.
So you're smelling the drinks. What do you do after that? After you're done smelling
we're
the
drinking
drinks?
them. We're taking shots. Right. We're taking samples. Get back. Get back to the room.
By the way, if you're just joining us, he's trying to explain to us the moment when he will eat the butthole of a woman.
Okay, so you get back to the room.
We're going at it, everything's going well.
Mm-hmm.
Right? You get to that point. You start going down to the southern regions of the areas of,
Why do you explain this like Stephen Carell?
Just get to the part of what it would take for you to get to the part I want to hear.
I guess to cut it short, you just have to have that red wine and some of that.
So basically, what you're saying is you gotta be all right. Okay, to sum it up,
basically what he's saying is get her drunk.
No, get him drunk.
Get me drunk.
Okay. Can I explain to you when I do it, if I'm gonna do it? Okay, first of all, you eat the puss, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was gonna say yeah. To that
in the word,
he's eating Tapatio and Coors.
Yeah. In the word of in what 50 Cent said,
God.
When he was once asked on the Howard Stern show, he said they asked him, 50, do you eat the asshole? And he said, of course I eat the asshole. You already down there.
Wait, what?
You already there, like, you know what I mean? It's like being at an intersection and acting like you haven't seen that liquor store on the other side of the street. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
Oh, I'm not gonna go into that liquor store because I don't go to that part of the fucking town.
Right.
When it's just on the other, it's just right there. So I'm not gonna eat what you said. Sounds like a night in Portugal. It could be hot. It sounds like there's good weather. It's gonna be warm. You're gonna be walking around because Portugal is beautiful. Portugal is beautiful. From what I've seen, I haven't been there yet. They have this mosaic. Is that the right word? Mosaic.
Yeah.
Like sidewalks though, like tiles.
Oh, like cobblestone.
Like this. Like it's super nice. And so you're gonna walk is my point. I'm not gonna eat the butt after a long walk. I'm gonna eat the butt after a shower or after a spa.
Yo, what's up, Mike? Sorry, your shit's mixing into the background.
Hey, brother.
666.
We're talking about eating the butt.
Talking about eating the butt.
Women's butts.
Do you have any experience?
Please comment with
this?
any feedback you have about the.
Yeah, with any experience.
So I'm not gonna eat the butt after a long walk. You know what I'm talking about?
That just makes sense.
I'm gonna eat the butt after a bath, after a shower. But I'm gonna tell you what, I'm gonna get in that ass. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get in that ass.
Wait. I thought that you were gonna detail it out more like incrementally. Like
okay,
you
so
just sort of did the same thing.
You want me to do it?
Like you ain't gonna take a shower. I'm gonna eat that ass.
I'm just thinking about eating that ass now. But
that's all
well, okay. So here's what I do. I'm gonna eat the pussy first, and then as I'm eating the pussy, after I do my the whole routine of getting down there, the legs are gonna be pushed, our knees are gonna be by our earlobes, and then I'm gonna I'm gonna put the tongue in the butthole. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna start eating the butthole for a little bit.
Last question before we move on.
Yeah.
Wait, can I tell you about a conversation I'm having with a girl right now?
Nah, we don't want to hear that.
What were you
going to say about
I started with the message, poo. She said poo back. Then I said poo on you. Then she said kinky. Then I said just for you. And she said finally. That's how you get it in the bag, man.
Where is this conversation?
It's literally right in front of you.
Who is it?
It's Erica.
Do you know her?
Yeah.
It's Eric. Had a gig?
Yes.
That's so good. It's a great opener.
Are you still with us?
Yeah, they come in and out. They come in and out. They say hello. They say thank you for saying hello.
Yeah, no, thank you.
No, the only thing is like the feedback to the actual stream is lagged by like 3-5 seconds.
Fine.
So they don't always get there. But I'm glad he shouted it out. If we were on here long enough, we'll get more people fucking viewing and shit. If I would have actually went on Discord and did a bunch of other shit, I would have had more viewers too. And plus, this isn't really part of my schedule, so it's kind of hard. But if we do this regularly, we should just
put it on Twitch every time.
Put it on Twitch. Well, we
every
could do.
time.
Well,
no, if we
could just
can
do
that record
time.
at the same time as being on Twitch?
Yeah, I have it archived onto my thing. So
well,
on my Twitch channel, this will be recorded, and you can download it. You can put it on YouTube channel. Afterwards.
Yes, yes. So I think we should do this every time.
I'd rather eat my booty after a nice shower or a day at home, but I have eaten ass after my partner.
After me,
and it was awful.
It was awful.
Oh, God.
See, hey, thank you for being real about it.
Public speaks.
And thank you for being real because nobody has the balls to actually fucking talk about that. And I have done the same too. Thank you.
Now we got the chat.
Thank you.
Now we can actually read chat from our fucking seats on this side.
Okay, because I've done the same, and you're right, it is awful. But you did it because you love her. And that's what fucking love is. Anyone when I
hear
get
a heart in chat.
When I hear that somebody doesn't eat the butt, I'm like, you don't have any love in your heart.
Bleeding heart in chat.
See?
For all the bleeding, I was gonna say bleeding buttholes, but no, not for that.
You don't have the love in your heart.
No, you gotta need the love. I was trying to say something else.
You gotta have the love.
I couldn't get it out. It's tripping me out.
There has
it wasn't love.
Oh, it wasn't love. What was it? Pure lust.
No, it wasn't lust. No, this is something else. No, this is something else. This ain't lust. He ain't talking about lust. He's talking about being a Picasso of the craft. He's talking about doing artistic work down there.
He's talking about
beautiful things. He's talking
shit.
about credit card machines. He's talking about ovals. He's talking about from wall to wall, passing over.
Speaking of credit card machines, the sliding of the credit card with your tongue is my favorite thing. When you're eating it out from the back and you get the puss the butthole. No. It's like mixing chocolate and mustard.
That's not. First of all,
mustard on chocolate cake is hella good.
Mustard you've been having.
Mustard on chocolate cake, a thin layer on your chocolate cake.
This is
fucking delicious.
This is why none of us are Eskimo brothers with him is because he has some
really
mustard.
broaching on Twitch's guidelines. But
apparently,
maybe we can speak more in metaphor.
What does Twitch have guidelines? You're allowed to play. You're allowed to watch people playing video games.
They say,
where you can murder people, and we can't talk about eating butt. It's all about.
We can't really talk about blah blah blah.
Chocolate and mustard. I'm fucking dying. I'm telling you, that shit is good, dog. I'm telling you.
Okay, yeah, whatever. I guess they'll send me a notice. They're not gonna ban me for life. All right, Twitch. Give me I'm an affiliate. Twitch. You got millions of us and shit.
Yeah, no, you also got flagged.
I don't think you're important enough for anyone to actually fucking be like, hey, I'll tell you what. I was at home today. Boss and Reed was talking about eating a butt, and then he brought the most godforsaken thing I could imagine.
That podcast, thank God I'm fingering Tim Duncan, is really awful.
Yeah, they really don't know how to really put the brakes.
He started talking about chocolate and mustard and pussy and buttholes. This is not what Twitch is about. We need to cut them out.
Someone give us moderators on those kids, huh? Someone ban those kids' accounts now.
Somebody's pissed right now. Hey, he's gonna get a raise. This guy's at home. Someone's at home watching it like, I'm gonna get a raise for this.
Yeah,
all right, quick question. Let's sit down. Have you ever had pussy that tasted like orangutan?
I never ate an orangutan.
What does that taste like?
Never had an orangutan before.
You never had an orangutan before. I know. Reed, talk about your experience with orangutans.
Yo, Mike.
Hey, we got our first follower.
Someone liked chocolate and mustard.
141st follower, but
it's our podcast first follower.
This is the podcast first. So we'll make a separate channel eventually, but we're just gonna piggyback on this for now. Mike, we appreciate that. We'll be back. We'll make a schedule. We'll be back. But what were you saying? God fucking damn it! Why are we still talking about this? Let's
get over the buttholes.
I'm still on it. I just messaged her. I've always wanted Pooh and you to be a
Dude, stop saying those things. Can we get back to the Marvel stuff? Like, look at that. Look at what the thing says. Videocast talking about Infinity War and all things Marvel. Mike comes in here. We're talking about buttholes. Mike's like, I'm on board.
Mike is not
show you my love.
Mike is not disappointed at all.
Mike is like, oh, I can't be. I gotta go in another room.
I guarantee you that Mike came on here and he was like, I can't find nothing good on Twitch. I wish I could find someone talking about chocolate, mustard, and buttholes.
That Mike is in a closet right now with headphones, and he started in front of his wife.
Dude, Mike, let me ask you another thing, Mike. Do you have Twitch Prime? If so, go ahead and hit that Twitch Prime sub. If you don't, no big deal.
And if you don't, sorry for making you feel how fucking, like it, what is it? Sorry.
Oh, God, don't read it out loud. Don't read it
This
out
guy's
loud.
conversation. We are going to read out loud. And
Right,
I'm
so-
going to
so-
let me read it.
No,
You can't read it. I'm going to
No,
read it.
yeah, start.
All right, let's read it. So this guy sent to a girl that he knows, says poo. She says back, poo. And then he says, poo on you. She says back, kinky, ... And then he says, I'm trying, just for you. At which point she says, finally. So now, at this point of the conversation, what finally happened,
Mr. Sales over here.
we already know that she wants to be shitted on by Bruce. Okay?
That's
and then he says,
that's a nasty
it's been a long overdue combo.
It's
Okay?
been a long overdue.
And she says, I agree. In which case he says,
She said,
oh no, I agree. I'm glad that you brought it up first because she didn't want to say, I want you to shit on me. And then he says, I've always wanted Pooh and you to be a thing. And then she says, stop, I'm getting turned on. This has been one of the greatest nights of my life.
Yeah.
Okay? My friend is going to poop on somebody. He's going to eat a butt. And I'm going to go home and jerk off because I don't have anybody. I'm alone. Cheers, Mikey boy!
Podcasting, we have Mike. All this point, he has to do.
I'm telling you, he has
At
to.
this point, he has to. Yeah. I don't think anyone would really want to see that, but at this point, he probably has to do that in some sort of private circle.
oh yeah, I'm gonna fucking do it. I just told her I can't resist the thought.
You know what he has to do? He's got to work
I can't resist the thought.
He has to work up a mean
It's
shit.
too much. I feel like now
Dude,
we're...
how far did this joke go, man?
I don't think it's a
It
joke.
goes until I shit on her.
Yeah, I was just about to say until the poop touches the skin.
And then you're like, psych, I'm just kidding. Have you... Speaking of that, by the way,
Just kidding, or
have you ever ejaculated on a face? Because I've done it about once or twice. Oh, we're not supposed to talk about this on Twitch. My bad. Have you ever put icing on a cupcake
Okay.
that you haven't necessarily...
Well, cupcake isn't the face.
Let's imagine a cupcake is a face. Have you ever put icing on it?
Let's just see.
Okay, look. I jizzed on a girl's face once, okay?
Okay. Alright.
Wait, hold on. Have you guys ever...
Have you guys?
Hold on.
Yes,
ever
I have.
Have you
your
guys ever
salad
had
tossed?
your-
Yeah, I ain't scared to say I have.
Yeah, no, I have.
And he wasn't that bad at it either. Nah, but
I've had him too.
Is that butthole?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Of course
no.
it's-
Sorry,
yeah.
Mike, not me.
And it feels
Wait, have
it
I?
feels good, bro. It's awkward at first. I'm not gonna lie.
Well,
Okay?
no, the guys have the thing, the plunger button there.
No, I'm
Girls actually
not
don't have
talking
it.
about. I'm just talking about you have to let go of your pride when a girl wants to do it. Like I've never asked a girl to do it, but a girl started eating my butt once, and I was like, if you're doing it, fuck, you gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna stop you from doing it. And I didn't hate it. I did not hate it. How about you, Mike? How about you? Have you done this?
Did you like it, Mike? I liked it. He liked
I'm
it.
respond in a second. I wanna
Reed hasn't
see-
done it
I
yet,
wanna
but
see
you
if
can
it-
convince
what
him.
is mature oh yeah, I forget there's a mature warning for this, so at least they know what they're getting into.
There is a mature warning.
Okay, so Twitch will offer blur the line on all the rules, blah blah blah, wiggle room, act every wish without contradicting
it
them.
feels
Thank you. It does
weirdly
feel
good.
fucking
Yeah,
pretty.
exactly. It does feel weirdly good. It does. Like you don't want it. You kind of don't want it to feel
Holy
good, but
fucking
you're like,
shit.
fuck, it does.
Man,
feel
I'm
good.
interested
Like,
now, Mike.
These are the conversations we all want to have every day we
no,
can.
exactly. This is why we're talking about the Avengers like this. Is because the Avengers made us feel good.
I guarantee
bro.
you.
And
It was-
You're gonna tell me Tony Stark doesn't?
Look, the
You're gonna
base-
tell me Iron Man doesn't eat the butt, and he hasn't had his
Dude,
butt eaten.
Gwyneth Paltrow.
Oh, Gwyneth
With
Paltrow has
that
had her
diet?
butt and
With
eaten.
that diet?
Gamora?
He has nanobots going up his butt.
I imagine all the
He's got a
time.
nano butt.
I always imagine like Gamora, like because Gamora's an alien,
He's
right?
got a nano
They're on a-
butt.
they're-
Let's make sure we don't spoil. By the way,
We're not going to spoil. Mike, you're our only viewer.
I'm not gonna ask
Have
for
you?
it, but I don't deny it.
Yeah, exactly.
yeah,
Thank
well,
you.
yeah,
My boy
yeah,
Mike
yeah,
is
yeah.
my. This
Well,
is my
for the
boy
night,
right
dude.
here.
Well,
the
for the
shit,
night, let's
man.
get a.
Mike is gonna be the honor.
let's get a
honorary
number
number
one.
one. Put that number
Let's get
one.
a number one
Put
Fortnite
the
in the
number
chat.
one. There we go.
Let's get a
There
number
we
one
go.
Fortnite in the chat.
There we go.
Fucking Mike is the number one fan forever. Okay.
Yep. Fan forever, man.
But anyways,
We're gonna send
Let's
you
do
a
it.
postcard.
I wonder what.
Mike.
I'm wondering what fucking
666.
the Gamora's butt tastes
Yep.
like. You know what I'm saying?
Mike is a
What
mod now.
does that taste like?
What like Gamora? Like, is there alien pussy? Because they don't have it. I mean, they might have a shower. I ain't seen it. Where does Star Lord get his deodorant from? These are things I'm wondering. Does he wear deodorant?
Hey, as long as we're not showing our dicks or tits, I think we're cool.
I told you. I don't think this matters, bro. These are our
Dude,
dogs.
stop! God, fuck!
You
I'm
gotta
not
see it.
gonna-
I mean,
Oh,
I-
different mouse. Shit.
No, he's not. Get the fuck
oh,
up.
oh, yeah, right there. Oh, okay, all right, we're done.
God, fuck, dude. I need my other mic over here my other mouse, so I could actually police that.
Thanks for joining us here at Thank God I'm Fingering Tim Duncan.
That's not a set name.
Oh yeah, look at this screen.
That's not a set name. But anyways, yeah. I'm wondering. What the fuck? Sorry, we just saw the delay, and this idiot's putting up the fucking. They got him fingering Tim Duncan sign up.
God, everyone hears that on here. It's gonna be awesome.
Dude, it's gonna be said more than your actual name.
Alright, well,
All right, we're talking about
it's
Marvel.
split.
Let's talk about Marvel. We're talking about all things Marvel, okay? All things Marvel. Gamora, butthole. What does it taste like?
Green. It probably
Green.
tastes
Oh,
like
that
sour
was-
apple.
that was creative.
I imagine when I honestly imagine like Gamora's puss.
green.
Yeah, I just wanted to add it to the conversation. You know, it's
One thing I love
the
about Star Lord
conversation
is that he sees past.
Maple syrup.
Star Lord doesn't see color at all. Literally,
All right,
the only people we've seen him fuck with so far is a red girl and a green girl.
let me ask you. All right, so when they kiss, oh wait, we can't. You guys probably
No, Mike.
Wait,
Mike, have you seen the
Mike,
Avengers?
have you seen the Avengers? Can we talk about it?
You had to have. You saw that we were talking. unless
Wait,
you-
Avengers
Infinity War. Have you seen Infinity
No
War?
shit, I'm pretty
I
sure.
was thinking it would taste the sweet
Like
and
sweet
sour
sour
pork.
pork. Gross, bro.
No, sweet and sour pork's all good. I like that.
I'll take
I
it.
know. I'll take that. If that's what it tasted like, I would.
I would look up at her. I would look up
I'll
at her
put that
face.
shit in the microwave the next day, huh?
I'll look up at her face like Sasha Grey blowjob porno style.
I would just be
Bro.
like, this is weird.
You would say that's weird if it tastes like sweet and sour pork?
No, because she's green.
It
So you're
literally-
like,
it literally tastes like sweet and
Look.
sour pork.
Oh,
you've
yeah,
seen
he's
it,
seen-
okay?
he's
So
seen
we
it,
don't
he's
have to
seen it,
worry
he's
about
seen it.
spoiling.
Okay,
We
he's
can-
seen it. All right,
we can
yeah,
speak
okay.
about it.
So my question is, all right, after they kiss, you know how they finally kiss, right? Because they're about to go see Thanos in the ship.
Right, that was emotional.
Did Star-Lord?
Oh, and she says I love you more than anything, which
Yeah.
I was like, damn, that bitch don't. He must have put the
She was
dick
playing-
down.
No, he was playing real, or she was playing real hard to get.
But at this point, they fucked for a
All right,
while.
all right,
I'm
no, but
guessing.
this
On that ship, I don't
this
think
is my
so.
point. If you're Star-Lord in that circumstance, you know you're maybe gonna have to shoot her, so you're gonna want to do something before the Starcraft gets to the.
That wasn't their
collector's
first
thing.
kiss, if that's what you're
No,
saying.
it was actually. So
Oh,
do
okay.
before you get land, eat the butthole. This is you only get to choose one. Eat the butthole, eat the pussy, or fuck.
I'm gonna eat the pussy. Oh,
Oh yeah, it gets difficult. Mike, you can cue in on this.
Mike, do you eat the butt? Do you eat the pussy, or do you fuck? If that's all you know, you're gonna be
If
able
you
to
know
do.
you're about to kill Gamora,
If you're
possibly.
Star Lord and you know, like that's your only choice. Me personally, I'm gonna eat the pussy. Why? Because I'm gonna get it in my mouth, in my throat, and on my lips, and I can smell it when she's gone.
Hey,
Perfect, love it.
Thank
Reed,
you for
go.
thank you for tuning into the channel. We do remind you, we do talk about some pretty vivid.
But the channel's called Thank God I'm Fingering Tim Duncan, so it doesn't matter.
things.
Yeah,
All right,
it
go
is.
ahead. What do you do? You're Star-Lord.
I think it's an obvious question. What was your answers again?
No, you're next. It doesn't matter what our answers are. What's your answer?
Was it one
You
word?
eat the butthole,
Two
you eat
what?
the pussy, or you fuck. What are you doing?
I think it's
You're
number
Star-Lord.
3.
You fuck?
Yeah.
Why?
I feel
And a
like
chip.
it's
Yeah.
more economical. It's more bang for your buck. You know what I'm saying? It's a mutual
Hold
thing.
on. Can I fuck her ass?
Oh my
Yes, it is an option, and you got
He
it.
pulls out a fourth option. We did tell you there was a D, but you got it, man. You got the D.
I
in
didn't
there.
even think of that, dude.
Yeah. All right, does that change your answer? You gonna go with Mike there?
It kind of like, because my whole thing about eating the puss was like, if I'm gonna get Gamora, I'm gonna get all of it. But he's thinking, if I'm gonna get her, I'm gonna get the butt.
That's a good point. I think I'm just gonna eat the puss. Because
You know,
I-
just basically
can
get
go
the best
face
of all
full in
worlds.
that.
I guess just sort of just go it. Just do it. Take a go at it.
Anyways, to answer your question, yes, you can absolutely.
Yeah,
fuck
no,
the
you
ass.
can. That was smart.
You
of
know, Mike,
actually.
you really thought outside the box.
And
with
you
this
know
one.
what? Why that's smart too is because
What?
it's, Gamora can take it. Gamora is not
Gamora
gonna.
can.
She's not gonna back down.
We'll give Mike another number one because that was a pretty top choice answer.
'Cause
right
she's
there.
not
That
gonna-
was in the top 90
Dude,
percentile.
she's not gonna be like,
Well,
I
no,
can't take
top
it.
10 percentile. The
Yeah.
smaller one. There's less people. Yeah, you get it. It was good.
It was good.
It was good. It was good. Look at these awards.
Any one of these awards are yours.
You know what's funny? I put all these things up, but these are really bad awards. I just had them.
I'm not gonna lie. There's a 30th place award on the wall, and I was like,
I'm not gonna lie.
Look
There's
how
like
faded
there's
this one-
there's
look
like
how
a,
faded- they-
how did you even get a 30th
You know
place
what's
award?
really funny? They are all
Who
from the
made that
same-
for
they're
you?
From the same tournament, different years.
Who made the 30th place? At what place did they decide? Okay, I guess we can stop giving out awards.
What?
You know what's funny? This isn't even mine. This is Noreen's trophy.
you know what'd be funny though.
It looks like a plate too. They were
That's
like
out
here.
of, that's out of,
no,
out
I
of
know, I know.
over 200 schools and 200.
Oh, okay.
teams.
You know
So
what'd be funny
50,
though?
I'm guessing?
If they're like
Yeah.
if they gave you a plaque for 102nd place. I could see the critique
I could
there.
see it, yeah.
I mean, it was 30th place. Doesn't look that impressive, but
Yeah, but that's not us. We were pretty bad though.
yeah, we were pretty bad.
But from here, it almost
This
looks like 50.
This is Bruce and I.
Finalists.
Octofinalists.
Yeah, heartbreaker.
It's okay.
It's still eighth in the nation though.
No, we were still really good. That's fine. And I'm glad it's over.
I think I want to break this down real quick. I'm just curious.
We're
as
going back to
uh,
Infinity War stuff.
Since we do have a loyal fan, if the loyal fan has a topic he would like us to discuss.
Yeah, bring up a topic. We'll
Mike,
talk about it.
Mike, if there's something you want to talk about, Mike Olson, 666.
So
Please tell us.
Mike Olson.
You're already in your
or,
closet. You already have the headphones
Hulk-
on. What do you want to talk about? What do you got?
Hokasam or Mike?
Anybody
Olsen,
out there? Anybody out there?
666. We were taking topics. We talk about all things Marvel. We've been talking about Infinity War. We could talk about.
We've also been talking about
But we've also been talking about eating the butt.
Butthole,
We've been
pussy.
talking
Okay,
about.
we would like to
fucking,
probably
green
move
woman.
forward from those sort of topics into different topics that don't involve eating the butt. Just so I don't get a letter from.
No, bring that up.
Yeah.
We want
We
the
got
letters.
it. Bring
All
it
right,
to
I'm gonna
us.
go take a restroom break. So.
He's
Oh,
gonna-
it's about to get hella dirty in here.
While he's gone, please tell
Damn
us.
it, I'm gonna have to crawl under the table, aren't I?
Here,
Yeah.
you want to get by? You can get right by me.
Ooh, I'll get
baby.
my shot.
This is a professional show, and this is how it's ran.
Jesus. I need a bigger office.
Jesus Christ, this is embarrassing. You thought we had a good studio, didn't you? You thought for a second, hey, maybe your studio isn't that bad. No, it is.
Maybe it's maybe it's okay.
All right, but yeah, give us a topic if you guys. I mean,
Yeah, give
if
me
not,
all-
fuck it. We could keep talking all we fucking want about eating butts and pussies, but we're just curious as to anything anybody wants to talk
Also,
about.
this guy loves to rap acapella.
Acapella raps.
Acapella raps, bust it.
Nope.
Acapella rap.
All right, which of you would win in a fight? Well, I would.
Me, obviously.
I
That's
mean-
not without question. Have you seen this Portuguese fucking monkey right here?
I'm bigger. I'm older than him. I've had it.
Yeah.
An older
More-
brother.
more
I
sicker.
wrestled.
Oh, he has an older brother. I have 3 older brothers.
They're like
actually.
50.
Yeah, they're like 47, 48, 35.
Exactly.
It's not to
Hello.
beat your ass.
I've had an older brother
Not to
that
beat
was
your
like,
ass.
I actually fought.
He
His
has
older
one
brother changed his diapers.
One brother also. And this dude.
You just ended the
Still-
podcast, Mike. You broke us up as friends. You ended the podcast. I hope you're happy. I'm done. I'm done with you. I'm done with Bruce. I'm done with the whole podcast. I was happy before you got into my life. I was happy.
Mike broke up the band, bro. He broke up the Avengers. Mike.
Which of you should win in a fight?
Yeah, Mike broke up the band.
Hold on, shut up. I just want to see.
He really. Sean just left, bro. I guess that's how it ends, man. Yeah. Yeah, well, that just proves why I beat Sean, man. The man's fickle. He's fickle and he's temporal. He can't control his emotions, which is why he would not win in a fight, because he can't be clear-headed. And it takes clear-headed people to beat someone like me, myself, and maybe perhaps Reed. Sean just doesn't have the attributes, the virtues, the characteristics that you would expect of the weakest person in the room. Like, take the weakest person you knew your senior year of high school. Sean don't got half the traits of him. He's dumb. He's dyslexic. We borderline think he's autistic, actually, too. Because he can't read his own text.
What's up, Thunder by
And
God?
he cannot coordinate between his mind and his hands. That's why we would all beat his ass at the end of the day.
You guys really think I'm autistic?
Oh my god. So, back to
which topic are we going back to? Which one? Which one? Are we talking about the Bung Julio? Or are we talking about the G spot? Are we talking about?
I think we're. Wait, you don't want
talking
to talk
about Disney? Are we talking?
Let's talk about Disney. Let's talk about Disney.
All right, we'll talk about Disney. Where are we starting with Disney?
We had a couple articles.
We haven't talked about Scarlett Johansson yet.
Wait, what about her? Oh, what about this? How Black Panther is partly responsible for the success of Infinity War.
Why?
Why? Because there's sort of a wave, a succession, sort of popularity. Black Panther's opening just 10 weeks before, and the movie was a blockbuster, third highest grossing movie all time in the U.S., broke a lot of records.
Chips.
The series is nice, theory, moviegoer's motivation at heart,
Chips.
divinity.
Oh my God, she's responding beautifully to me.
Oh, great. Yeah, there's data-driven demonstrate, blah, blah, blah. Oh my God, Sean.
Hey, can you get beer? Beer.
God, my
Leave
God.
just
Beer.
leave the door open.
Beer. Leave it open.
Basically, I think what it's saying is that there was sort of a secession. It was so even.
It was overhyped.
You think it was because it was overhyped, Mike?
Mike, actually, the conversation I was talking to you about, where I was talking to the girl on this laptop, she just sent me a GIF of poop with butterflies and hearts around it. How do you think I should respond? I'm trying to get this conversation so that way it ends with me pooping on her.
Black Panther was overhyped, wasn't it? I mean, to skip back to a more important conversation.
Why? How's that
Panther?
more important than pooping?
Because my boy Mike fucking mentioned it, and I want to talk about it. Black Panther was overhyped. But, and I was worried about that with Avengers, and I saw Avengers on Sunday.
Beer chugging race.
Okay.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
My boy Mike,
I
hey.
still had this beer.
Yeah. Well,
So
get
what?
your new one.
Well,
New
get a-
one.
open
Hold
up the
one.
fucking
That's
new
your
one.
standard. That's your standard. You're doing the premium.
How shooken up are these cans, dude?
You're the one that
You
shook
shook them up.
All right, Mike.
All right, Mike.
This is
See
for
bro.
you, brother.
All right, Mike. This is for your sub.
All right, Mike. This is for your sister.
I apologize.
It's not Mike.
This is for Mike.
All right, we'll do it again.
I won because I finished.
None of them finished.
I didn't finish.
It's so cold, Mike. It's so cold when it hits your lips.
Oh, it's so cold when it hit your lips.
Ah, Mike, it really just bites into your.
Mike, stop controlling us.
Yeah, Mike, you don't
We've
know.
drank too much already,
You
Mike.
know, Mike, you don't know this, but let me drink my standard drink. It's a bit warmer.
Anyways,
It's not any better.
dang, that was embarrassing for all of us.
Yeah, if Taylor were here, we would shotgun that beer, but he's not here, and I don't.
Taylor is-
I have carpet in my office.
Taylor's also overweight.
Did Bruce
His
drink it?
stomach is a lot bigger.
yeah.
The Irishman.
Hey, look.
Hey, your fellow Irish brother here.
Let's get a number
Fuck
one.
you.
Let's get a number one.
I'm
for-
guessing you
Fuck
have some
you.
Irish
Fuck
blood,
you.
Mike Olson, since your last name is
No,
Olson.
We're doing a number one for Bruce in chat. He got 3 number ones.
By the way, our guy on the chat is super creative with the emoji signs because so far he's used number 1 like 100 times. So.
Hey, bro, I stick to my oh shit to my guns.
Damn.
Yeah, hiccup 101. Call the police.
We still have yet to talk about Scarlett Johansson.
Oh yeah,
I don't give a fuck.
Mike Olsen 666.
Yeah, really?
About what though?
Polka
Scarlett
Sam
Johansson.
and Thunder Dive. Thank you for viewing.
Thank you guys for staying tuned.
Thank you for being.
You're on number 3.
there.
You're on number 3, hands down.
We appreciate it. Again, we are taking suggestions for
See, I told you that.
talking points for
You're the number 3.
different sort of discussions. Mike has been driving a lot of these discussions. He's oh my fucking Christ, dude! He's okay. So let me give you perspective here, everyone. So I actually
From Jamaica.
Mike
From
also.
Jamaica.
No shit.
That's how we go.
You cocksucker, man! Take it then, you fucking.
No, I gave it to you. I was just
Mike, sorry, that wasn't directed at you. It's directed at Jonathan. Over
No,
there.
it wasn't. The cocksucker was
he's
towards
putting
Jonathan.
Tapatio inside of his beer.
So what kind of beer do you drink? If you're from, like, what's your drink of choice?
Please tell me it's Red Stripe.
Or you might not. Okay, that's a
That's
super white thing. I
stereotypical.
feel like to say. Please tell me it's that red stripe that y'all be drinking over there.
If you say Red Stripe, I swear to God,
Jamaican
I
lager
get
is
to
not
kick this
half
guy in the
bad.
nuts. I get to kick this guy in the nuts if you say Red Stripe.
Jamaican lager is not half bad.
It ain't, but I'm just wondering, like, so either it's Jamaican rum, which is what
Wait,
we
no, he
used
said
to
he
drink.
immigrated from Jamaica.
I
so
know
where's
you
he
might
at
not
right now?
even drink. We could be completely just assuming that you just moved here last week.
Yeah, we don't know, dude.
Yeah,
You're
we
being
don't-
super vague about your life.
We don't know, Mike.
Mike, why don't you get on come out here and be on our show? Okay.
Yeah, bro, why aren't you here?
Where are you at, Mike?
We're there.
Red stripe or rum?
See what I said?
See, that's not stereo.
I said rum.
I knew it.
Look,
I knew it.
look,
I knew
look.
it. Red Stripe.
Look, it's not a bad beer.
Jamaican rum is delicious.
great
I
beer.
love
It's
drinking
not a bad
Jamaican
beer.
rum. I think I prefer Jamaican rum to be
Jamaican
honest.
rum is obviously really good. I don't think I've really dabbled into a unique Jamaican.
What part of the
rum,
states do you live now, Mike? If you don't mind me asking.
Let's just say this: so West Coast.
What is the last bullet of your
East, or the
social, if you
Midwest?
don't mind?
What's your whole social? No, I'm just kidding. I
He
live
lives
in Arkansas. That's what's up.
Oh,
bro.
shit.
We're
Shout
really
out. Thank you for
sorry.
staying
this
up.
dude
then.
from Kansas
I'm
or
from-
Arkansas, one
I'm
of
from
those
the
states.
original Kansas, not
We're,
the odd Kansas.
we're-
Yeah,
being-
he's not from the copy.
We're local in Sacramento.
But again, Mike, I'm sorry you live in Arkansas. That's a very shitty state.
Condolences from Jamaica.
I'm sorry that he insulted the whole
Wait.
state.
Why the
But
fuck?
you are from Jamaica,
I know,
so
I
you know.
actually am really curious. Why did you go from Jamaica to Arkansas?
Well, Arkansas is also one of the cheapest states.
Don't
in
act
the
like that's reasonable. Don't act like people from Jamaica just.
No,
Go to
no,
Arkansas.
no, no.
I just
don't.
wondering
One of
why
my
you
best
went to-
friends lives in Arkansas. He goes to Arkansas
Does he come from
State
Jamaica?
University.
Does he come from
He
Jamaica?
comes from Kansas.
I have an ex-girlfriend.
So you're saying that a guy from Arkansas came from Kansas?
Hey, this is important for what we've been talking about with Mike. I got an ex-girlfriend that lives in Arkansas.
She's a
Yeah,
huge
she is.
bitch.
But she was the
Not
one.
nice.
She was the main one who used to eat my butt. So I'm wondering if you got your butt eaten out by somebody in Arkansas, because maybe that could be some, like, it's just Arkansas draws people who like eating the butt. Is all I'm wondering.
Maybe it's just a bunch of butt eaters down there.
Yeah. But Arkansas, the home of the ass eaters.
Is there a football team?
But no, but you know, I just realized an anteater has a perfect mouth for an ass eater too. It could stick its little schnoz right in between butt cracks.
It can.
And just-
Actually, wait.
Well, you
no,
gotta
yeah.
think some ants like to get up in there, so they really like.
They like to get all up in
It's
that
a
ass.
mutually
You want another
beneficial
beer? You want another beer?
asymmetric
Yeah.
relationship. I'm good for now. I got 2 open beers for some fucking reason. Triple nickel pickle tickle. So is it okay to say spoilers in here?
Yeah, well, all right.
Triple pickle.
With us, it is okay, but go ahead and if you could, since you're on the chat, just go ahead and share the fact that you're gonna spoil before you spoil, even though you just did. But just
Wait, no,
to
no.
be careful, put
Triple-
one more.
Triple pickle. So are you saying?
So
No, it's okay to say spoilers. We've seen
Yeah.
it. If no one else has seen it, then they need
say
to know.
spoilers. Give it up.
They
Yeah,
need to
no,
know.
no,
hey,
here's
everybody, please tune out if you haven't seen
Here's the
Avengers.
thing. Mike has seen it.
Triple Pickle Tickle has obviously.
Okay, no. Let's start out. So
I don't know about Hulkinson.
All right.
Hulkinson's not in here anymore.
He must not.
If you haven't seen it, text right now.
All right.
Wait 10 seconds.
Just to be
Wait
careful,
10 seconds.
what am I about to say is a spoiler. Mike, Arkansas, home of ass eaters. These bitches are crazy about eating ass. Hey, Mike, I knew I wasn't far off with my assessment. I knew I was.
Hold on, Thanos
threw a moon at Iron Man.
Yes, he
That's
did.
100% true. He did do that.
Why are we
because
talking
there
about
was
that?
like a bunch of
Why are we
fucking
talking about
craters.
that?
There's a bunch of.
Don't worry about it. This person wants to talk about because we're talking
No,
about
they were-
Marvel.
No.
Well,
I'm just saying. Why aren't we talking about the scene where Hulk fucks Scarlett Johansson?
Oh my god.
That never happened.
That never-
Dude, Hulk was
You guys didn't wait after the
totally
credits?
Dude,
We did wait for
I watched the movie until
See what happens when you do
until
chug the
the
beer?
entire 2 hour and 40 minutes was expired. I watched the entire movie, like from start to finish, because the last fucking stupid Samuel L. Jackson and chick from fucking How I Met Your Mother
How do I respond to
disappear.
this?
What's her name again? You get what I'm saying. But Thanos threw a moon at Iron Man. Hulk would destroy. Oh god, damn it, Mike! Stop engaging in this conversation. I just wanted
Hulk
to
would
end.
destroy her.
God damn it! Spoiler alert. He
That's why
said
we love you,
fuck her.
Mike.
Yeah,
Mike
triple pickle,
waited for after the
tickle,
credits.
yeah, he
Hold
did.
up. Wait. Mike waited for after the credits like I did. And we
Dude.
saw that scene. You guys didn't see that scene.
I guess.
But
I
me
guess
and Mike, we saw that scene where Hulk destroyed her. Like you said. LOL. Laughing out loud.
Laughing out loud.
I really have no sort of take on that. Mike, that says it all.
Alright, so updating the conversation I'm having with this girl. So,
He's
Sean,
triple nickel pickle
Sean,
tickle.
Sean, read narrate.
He's been talking about pooping on a girl for the last hour. This girl's been responding.
So,
He said poop. She said poo. He says poo on you. She says kinky. He says I'm trying just for you. She says finally. He says it's been long overdue in this convo. She says agreed. I'm glad that you brought it up. He says I've been wanting to poo on you for a long time. She says stop. I'm getting turned on. Emoji.
Wait, what?
And then he says I can't resist the thought of it's too much. She sends a poop emoji with pink butterflies flying around it. He says,
oh my God.
don't
Okay.
tease me.
Mike says, imagine that beat bus. He is packing. Triple pickle tickle says, I missed that part of Avengers. Yeah, because it wasn't there.
Well,
That's
no, you
fucking
didn't wait
ridiculous.
for it. You didn't.
Oh
me
my
and
God.
Mike waited
Dude,
for
no,
it.
imagine.
Triple pickle.
You just had to
really
wait. All right,
low-key.
you remember at the
I
end,
missed it too.
at the end of the credits. At the end of the credits, where Samuel Jackson,
low-key
Nick Fury
porno.
is like motherfucker, then he blazes away, right? And then you see the Captain Marvel sign. If you
I don't
just
want
wait
that
for one
Tapatio
more
shit he's giving
thing,
me.
it shows
Tapatio in his fucking
Black
beer.
Widow and the Hulk in Hulk formation, bulking it up.
No
and
one
as
saw
Mike
Hulk
said,
dick.
he destroyed her. Now let's talk about that scene. What did we think about it?
Let's talk about the
I
fact.
thought it was a real departure from the comics.
What a cocksucker.
I
I was talking about a
wait,
girl
I was talking
pooping on you.
Wait, in the Avengers?
I saw-
Dude, poop tricks in the Avengers? Wait, obviously I say that. I saw that.
Oh, yeah, okay, there you go. So you two are the only two who didn't see that. You
He
two
didn't see the part
are
where
the only two.
No, he didn't see that part where you got put it on triple nickel pickle tickle because he is having a private conversation that is no longer private because we're putting it on for everyone to see on Twitch with a girl.
With the girl.
And the last thing that he said is because she put the so let's just clear it up real quick. The last thing she sent was
Let's do
was a giant poop emoji.
clappy hype
Hold on.
emoji.
The giant. She put a giant poop emoji with pink. Let's call it pink butterfly and hearts.
Oh my god.
It's like that.
Yeah, you know what? I could just show it to the chat. I could just pull it up.
All right, it don't.
Is that girl in Avengers? Here, do you want me to pull it up?
No,
Oh,
no,
damn,
no,
I
no,
need-
no,
I
no,
don't
that's
want to
fine.
pull up her name.
I-
And then, anyways, and then the last thing he said after that was, girl,
damn.
don't tease me.
Don't tease me.
So now we're seeing if she's
Wait,
really
wait,
gonna
wait,
poop.
wait.
She saw it. She still has yet to reply.
She hasn't come up with something yet. I think.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
You know what? Why don't you ask her for
I
some
keep
butthole?
mixing up Marvel in this.
Well, we'll get to it.
Let me see that asshole.
No, we'll get to the butthole. We'll get to the butthole.
I just wanna see
So
the
this
butthole.
has nothing to do with anything. Is the girl in the Avengers? No.
No, she's not.
She's IRL.
Send a licking tongue gif.
Oh.
Mike, you fucking dog.
You're dog!
Hey, man, that's an Arkansas dog.
Fucking Arkansas
Dude,
fucking.
you know how to speak that Arkansas, that Arkansas fucking language, bro. You know how to fucking do it.
Is that the one?
Yeah, it's a fucking what, bro?
Yeah.
Fuck.
Do you have a fucking tongue licking gif or what?
Fuck, I need to get a longer cord to that mouse. So I can have both of them over here. Or I need to get a wireless one for my computer.
Send a licking tongue gif. Can't send
Hey,
two messages
no.
around.
Oh, you're talking about he should do that.
Yeah.
Go
But I have to wait for her to reply.
Go to your message.
No, I don't think you do. You have to send
Just
it.
do your research. So go to your messages. Go find the GIF, right? Hit search. Licking tongue.
All right, Mike, just for
Search.
you.
GIF.
We're looking for it, Mike.
We're looking for it.
Mike, we are looking for it. We're going to get it, and then we're going to show it.
Okay.
How many people will be lost?
What do you mean lost?
Followers have we lost yet? Have you gone down? Since
I've lost, like in my day, I probably lost over 15 followers.
All right, Mike. Here are the options. Oh, I don't think I can actually zoom that in enough. Let's see here.
No. Hit control,
no, actually, that
control
works.
plus, control plus.
That works right there. Okay.
You're really showing it on there. That's great.
I think this whole what does this do?
Oh, it doesn't really.
How you mute it?
How do you mute it? You
How do you
click
mute
this
what?
button.
Sorry about that. That was my bad.
We were talking about setup for basically if we're gonna do this sort of video cast.
Hold on, you
we're gonna
guys
set up
lost
this
audio.
wall.
Sorry, Mike. Thank you. What is
Sorry,
that?
Mike. Thank you.
Filthy Frank.
Filthy Frank.
You found one?
Oh, was that the Filthy Frank? All right, we're doing Filthy Frank then. Let's see.
Hey,
What
Mike,
your
is the
code?
video consistent or is it buffering for you?
Yeah, Mike. How's the video showing for you?
Because it's buffering on mine, but sometimes it doesn't. Like, my internet is just really spotty. Comcast is kind of up and down. But I think that basically, since I'm watching it through my Wi-Fi, that it's more lag than if you watch it through other people's Wi-Fi. So on my phone, it's still. I don't know why it would be buffering because when I
Fuck
play
other
games, it
people's
doesn't buffer.
Wi-Fi, dude. I'm tired of
Shane,
talking about
How
other
do you
people's
feel
Wi-Fi.
about Iron Man recruiting Spider-Man to participate in a war? Is Marvel condoning child soldiers?
No, yeah, they are. And they should, man. Coney
Excellent
2012. No,
question.
Coney 2012
Yeah.
was not about a movement against child soldiers. It was voting for them.
The video.
That
seems
was the
like-
point of Coney 2012.
Thank you.
No. Thank you,
Man.
Mike. But no, going back to bouncing whatever the fuck. If that's a real question.
Mellow Rogan.
No.
Yeah.
I don't think that's what, considering he's a teenager. Number one. Number two.
Oh my God, Coney 20.
Yes, thank you.
2012
That's what I'm saying.
Spider-Man.
Is it started the precedent where we became okay as a society that teenagers and children should be adopted for warfare. And I think it's half time.
Child soldier number one.
We are fine with women being on the front lines, but why not children? And that's what's fucked up about
Oh
it, man.
my
Like,
God.
are
Oh,
we
God.
saying that
Oh my
men
God.
are okay and women are okay? Then we say women are okay, but we're saying that children are okay.
Okay.
And that's why Spider-Man revolutionizes today's culture, and that's why it's a cultural phenomenon. Like Black
Okay.
Panther putting all
Bouncing
minorities
the
on
Mellow
screen.
Rogan. I
Now we're
wanna
putting
be
children
like
on screen as
Spider-Man,
fighters.
means I want to be recruited as a child.
All right. Okay.
Yes, thank you. This is
No.
why this is why it's a
No.
cultural phenomenon. It's the children should be recruited for
So-
work, for labor,
Shut up.
and for
Shut
warfare.
up.
Why?
No. So
Exactly.
I feel like in the canon. So you like think about that. Think about this. Okay, when Tobey Maguire was Spider-Man,
Wasn't
right?
a child. Wasn't a child. Why? Which is why it failed.
No. Yeah. So that's what I was going to ask. So
Yeah.
he wasn't in high school.
Yeah.
In that Spider-Man,
Well,
right?
he
No,
clearly
he was in high school.
No, but
That's
he
what I was
clearly
gonna
couldn't
say.
pass at it.
No.
He clearly
He
couldn't pass
was.
it.
He but just on the very
Remember the
fundamental-
good old days when kids had jobs in fucking coal?
Thank
And-
you.
Remember when
That's
they-
what I was trying to get at. That's what I was trying. We make
No.
kids work
God damn,
But
that's
now we
Spider-Man.
patronize
Aunt
kids.
May is gonna be a teen mom.
because Marissa Tomei's hot as fuck. Right?
No,
And that's
for
what we
real,
stopped
no,
recognizing. we
no,
stopped
really.
recognizing children for warfare, and we stopped recognizing hot moms. and
No,
hot aunts.
just okay. For a second. So Tobey Maguire, that was.
Man, I hope so. I do too.
I know there's social justice victory.
The last.
Yes, sir. Now the social justice victory.
No, you can't blame a good writer for being a good writer.
Who's a good writer?
Marvel.
Me.
Iron Man tried to talk motherfucking Spider-Man.
What?
Tried to tell
That's
him to
what-
leave. He
Oh, you're
didn't
talking
want
about
him to
Infinity.
stay. So no, like if
But,
anything,
no.
it's about kids being fucking. Well, I guess
So-
what
so-
you
so
said. You said
soldiers.
kids
No,
want to be
the
soldiers.
fundamental-
But when has a kid not wanted to be a soldier? The kids have wanted to be soldiers since
Which
the
is
beginning
why
of time.
we should let them be soldiers.
Time out.
And which is
Time
why
out.
I think Avengers Infinity War is ahead of its time. Some
Haven't
people
you
say-
guys played the new fucking God of War video
Damn it.
game?
Oh my god.
Yes,
oh my god.
the
time
sun
out.
follows you the entire time in God
That's
of
not
War.
that's not the same thing. Okay, so Spider-Man. Let's talk more about
So you
Spider-Man
are-
as a
so
lot.
wait, no,
as
no,
a-
wait,
Hey,
no,
I
no.
fucks with this. Thank you, Simply
Wait,
Not. You the man.
Let's-
I dig
let's-
it.
Fuck with
let's-
this train.
let's-
Thank you, simply
Another
not.
child soldier. Thank you. All right, so let's get this straight. You, Reed Ramsey, are against child slavery and soldiery.
No.
Oh, hold up.
Okay, so
Wait,
now
no,
I
shut
guess.
up. Hey, hold on.
Thank you, Bowson.
No, he has a
no
great
Oregon.
fucking. This
For
is
the
a great
follow-up,
question
okay.
right here. Do
Do
you
you
think
think
Spider-Man
Spider-Man
3 is
3
going to
is
be
gonna be
about his PTSD? Which would be a great fucking
That would be a
movie
fantastic
because his mentor is Iron Man, who also had PTSD.
Why are we skipping Spider-Man 2?
No. Okay.
Oh well, whatever. Then you meant
So-
Spider-Man
so-
2. We're gonna
Okay,
skip
so
that. My
briefly-
friend's a
briefly
cocksucker. Don't forget it. Don't
entertain
forget
me.
about it. But yeah,
Briefly
the next
entertain me.
Spider-Man, yes, that would be great. He should have fucking PTSD. and
So,
if he doesn't, that, in my
The only
opinion,
thing I
might be
wanna
bad
say-
writing because he's a teenager. I'm sorry, I'm not gonna shut up. You're not gonna shut me up, Reed.
shut up on
You're not gonna shut me up, Reed. I think the next Spider-Man is gonna be about
About
PTSD.
his sort of post-Infinity War coming back from being like totally
Stop
dissolved.
it.
Okay, that's cool. Okay, so I want to revisit that, but just taking sort of a tiny aside. Tobey Maguire was perceived as more of an adult, and then you have this new actor coming in. I can't remember his name exactly. Tom Holland. He seems more like a kid, and I feel like
Seems more like a real Spider-Man.
He's a kid.
Think about this projection. You have Tobey Maguire, Andrew Garfield, and then Tom Holland. You have sort of an adult-looking
Oh, I
guy.
see what you're
You
saying.
have Andrew Garfield, who
Looks
looks
a little
more like
younger.
a boy. Then you have Tom
No, no,
Holland.
no.
Then you have the full boy.
You're saying we've gotten more comfortable with putting
No.
a younger, actual, real-looking teenager kid
It's not only
as
that.
a.
All right, but
Spider-Man.
here, Tobey Maguire was.
He likes
was-
putting this
no.
hot sauce in the beer because he thinks that
good.
he saw a Mexican dude do it one time, and he thinks that that's what you're supposed to do.
Tobey Maguire was an okay Peter Parker.
He was a really good Peter Parker.
Adam
So
Garfield-
I
really
think-
bad
I-
one.
No, but he was
He
a terrible
embodied-
Spider-Man.
he
He was a
embodied-
terrible Spider-Man.
His human
That's my
side,
point.
his-
Terrible both, but
okay.
go ahead.
His human side,
but no.
he embodied Peter
Fuck that.
Parker as a
Garfield
human.
was the exact opposite. Garfield was an interesting Spider-Man, more goofy lines like that. Like, oh, were you gonna catch me with the cops?
I'm
like he was
never-
more
I'm never
goofy,
gonna
right?
see those.
A little
I
bit
never
closer
saw
to
those.
Spider-Man, but he was a terrible Peter Parker.
I say you.
Bangs desk. I want pictures of child soldiers. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We're gonna get to that
God
second too.
damn it! No.
Yeah. What?
I don't
Why
wanna
are
get
you
banned
against
from-
it? Wow, we are the future.
It's not, if it's not
We
sexual,
are the
then I
future.
guess it's not against
If it's
push
not
bylaws.
sexual, okay. On
Or
record,
if it's
Reed Ramsey
gratuitous
said.
violence.
Reed Ramsey
Gratuitous
said
violence.
he doesn't want children to be soldiers unless it's not sexual. That is what Reed Ramsey just said right now on record. I was just talking about them being soldiers, and you brought that in. That is awkward. Anyways, so Garfield was a great Spider-Man, but a terrible Peter Parker.
Okay. Why do you say
The
that?
whole thing about Tom Holland is he is a perfect
Balance.
Spider-Man,
He's a
and he is a
balanced
perfect Peter Parker.
Why?
He is a small kid, right? And he's goofy and he's
He's
awkward.
going to be a PTSD counselor who was helped by Falcon since he was a VA counselor. Ooh, J.K. Simmons is cool.
cancer was helped by the Falcons since he was a cancer.
He's getting more in depth into the characters and their background.
Here's the thing:
honestly.
is that after Avengers 4, which is obviously probably going to continue the storyline of Infinity. Oh my God, Avengers: The Infinity Gauntlet. And that's why Jeff was pissed off. It was because Jeff read and has all the comic books to Avengers: Infinity Gauntlet and Avengers: Infinity War. Now, Marvel Studios under Disney, but really just Marvel Studios, decided to really make Infinity War not about the comics Infinity War, but about the comics Infinity Gauntlet. If you read the first, so I think the Infinity Gauntlet is 8.
Thank you, Simply Gaunt, for the follow.
Is 8 series. The first series of Infinity Gauntlet, that's where he snaps his finger at the very end. And that's where half the population. Then the rest of Infinity Gauntlet is the superheroes, starting with like Doctor Strange and the Silver Surfer, deal with the fact that he snapped his finger, and that was because of his affection and his love for Lady Death. But of course, because it was Lady Death, Marvel Studios decided that was like, they already have like a tree. They already have like a fucking rabbit, according to Thor. They already have like Thanos, who's basically like a purple dude under Joss Whedon, then kind of became a light shade of gray and pink under the Russo brothers once they finally figured out what color they should make him. It basically became Infinity Gauntlet. So there's a number of fans that are actually pissed off about it. It's a small number. Like, it's nowhere compared to The Last Jedi. But there's a small number of fans who were expecting an Infinity War comic series.
Okay, then.
But instead what they got is Infinity Gauntlet. But the bullshit I'm calling out is like Jeff Toney. You guys both know Jeff Toney.
Yeah.
He was hella pissed because since 1992, he was like, I've been waiting for this movie for like 10, 20, 26 years. He's like, I've been waiting for this movie.
That's a good point, though.
I think the Thanos reasoning was much better than the stupid reasoning. Oh, no, it totally was. Which is why they changed.
That happens a lot, you'll realize.
I don't know the difference.
No.
I haven't read the comics.
No. And Thanos, he's in love with Death. It's Lady Death, right? And
so he's more psychopathic. He has no feeling.
No,
like, even
it's
Gamora.
No.
In the comics,
No. In the comics, it's not really tied to Gamora as it is in the comics. In the comics, he really just wants the affection of.
That's a whole nother topic.
Yeah, we'll get to that topic.
Daddy Reflex, we are gonna. First of all, your name, awesome, but we're gonna get into what you have to say.
Guys, I gotta go to be. I have a.
Hey, Mike, you the shit, dude. You are the shit, man.
You be the fucking
Mike.
man.
Mike Olsen 666, brother. We're gonna be here next Thursday, same time.
Next Thursday.
Is that what it is?
Next Thursday, same time.
Thursdays.
Get with it, brother. We're
7
gonna
days
be here.
from now, bro.
Yeah,
7 days from now.
We'll be back here.
All right, so Thanos was in love with Lady Death, right? And he was like, "Oh, bitch, I got all the stones. Like, let's hook up." And then she wasn't impressed. She wasn't impressed. And then finally, his homeboy, Thanos' homeboy, was like, "Dude, you promised Lady Death that you would create death, essentially." So that's why he snapped his finger, was like caused half the population of the universe to like just be destroyed.
Right.
So there's a small slender of fans that are pissed.
Thank you, Simply Don, for that sub.
Yes,
Appreciate
sir.
that.
Yes, sir.
That's a big deal. Subs are a big deal. That's revenue.
I dig that.
Fucking
Yes,
sick.
sir.
Yes,
sir.
We'll be back.
Hey, thank
Yes,
you,
sir.
Mikey, for saying you'll be here. Can't wait. Don't forget, you know you're gonna be part of the show, Mike.
Yeah, you're gonna be part of the show, man.
Everybody, all y'all's, man. But come through next week. Anyways, continue.
All
Sorry,
right,
Daddy
so
Reflex. We're gonna
Thanos-
get to you. We're gonna get
There's
to
a
you.
small slender of fans that are pissed that Marvel Studios called it Infinity War instead of Infinity Gauntlet. Right? And the reason is because
There's no comic that's named Infinity War.
No, there is.
Thank you, Daddy
There is.
Reflex, for the follow.
There is.
Thank you, Daddy Reflex.
Yeah. But Infinity Gauntlet is the snap of the fingers, half the population goes away. Infinity War is a completely different storyline. But here's my point, and this is my point to Jeff, was like, but dude, imagine the marketing behind Infinity Gauntlet. Just the fucking word gauntlet doesn't tag anyone.
Shit.
It doesn't connect to anyone.
There's a lot of...
It's like, my point to Jeff was like, number one, you don't know that it's not going to be like Infinity War in the sequel, which is Avengers 4.
Right.
And like, it could be a cool mix of Infinity Gauntlet and an Infinity War, with Infinity Gauntlet being Avengers 3 and Infinity War being Avengers 4.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Because you already have Adam Warlock set up.
Thank you for the sub.
Guardians of the Galaxy, yes sir. Guardians of the Galaxy 2.
Delayed, but
And you already have a Captain Marvel to come. So you already have Adam Warlock and Captain Marvel, who are perfectly the story of Infinity War and Infinity Gauntlet. So all the fans who are bitching that this is Infinity Gauntlet, not Infinity War, you're stupid as fuck. Because it could be both. And you also just don't understand
so you're saying
business.
that the movie encapsulates
Infinity
both.
Gauntlet is
I
not
believe it
going to
will.
be
I believe it will.
translatable into international market. It's not nearly the same effect. Yeah, no, you're right. And that's what I was going to say.
Yeah.
Is
And the same effect it was Infinity War.
a lot of comics can't be. That's why it's always bothered me with people who are fans of books or comics when they get made into movies.
Graphic novels.
Or anything that's not a movie gets made into a movie and they're like, oh, they changed some things. Look at, man, if it's written,
reflex.
if it's gone from something that you're reading
Different
to a
mediums.
movie, it's different mediums. It's gonna change. So there's no way you're gonna. They had to do it differently when you were reading it as opposed to when you're looking at it. It had to be.
Fucking
Walking
Marvel.
Dead, everything you've ever watched that you might have read
Harry
before,
Potter.
it's gonna be different.
Frank BMT, thank you for the follow. We appreciate that.
Holler. But anyways, let's go back to what he said about what is the prediction for Avengers
Avengers
4.
All right, so
Holy
Let
shit.
me start
All right,
since
all right.
y'all are probably
So
tired of hearing Bruce.
Yeah, he's gonna go first, and
All
I'll
right.
piggyback off of him.
I'm gonna say
he's more intellectual about this than I am.
I'm gonna say what Bruce was gonna say. Is that I'm pretty. Let's think of who was alive. Who was alive?
At the end
you trust what I'm gonna say.
Who was alive?
Hey Bruce, what are you gonna
We know where
say?
this
Who was alive in the first Avengers,
You know
though?
what? Fuck you.
Bruce.
I'm not gonna help you.
Okay.
in the
Anyways,
first Avengers, in the
this
first
is what my
Avengers.
point is, everybody. Is the OGs that are
Actually,
alive
I'm back.
were
from a
in the
little bit.
first one.
Oh fuck
Oh,
yeah!
but
That's
okay,
my
fine.
boy,
He's
Mikey.
back, he's
Mikey,
back.
we're talking about
Mikey.
Avengers 4. We're talking about Avengers 4. What we think is going to happen. I
Dude.
think all the OGs
Dude,
that didn't die, that are still alive, are going to be in the next one, obviously.
you know,
but everybody's going to come back. And my theory is that they're in the Soul Stone,
Comma.
personally.
Wow, we're
you know
jumping
who's
a
gonna
lot
come
here.
back?
I'm jumping.
You
But
know
look,
who's
You
actually
guys
gonna
are
be there?
both jumping a lot.
The
here.
Hulk. The Hulk
All right, Hulk
is
is-
gonna
okay.
show up.
Okay, wait.
And Bruce Banner's actually gonna do something.
What's
It's
the
not
other
just
time?
gonna be a
What
one
the-
line.
hold on. Captain America's got to die. I completely agree. Captain America dies.
Chris Evans is no longer keen on resigning his contract.
Let me-
No,
all right,
no,
let's let Bruce take it. Go ahead,
All right,
Bruce.
all right. Here's the thing.
Is he gonna
that-
direct?
No,
Is he gonna
Beavers.
direct?
Here's the thing. 2012 Avengers, right? Bounce. Emilio Gran. You're absolutely correct. That all the people who are in Avengers right now that died in Infinity War are all the people who basically have sequels. Spider-Man Homecoming 2, you got Black Panther also has a sequel. All these people who have sequels basically died at the end of Infinity War. All the
Male
people who are in the
organs.
2012 Avengers are alive. Why? Because yes, you are correct. All of them are running out of contract. So what's dope, and so like when I see these like articles that are like, the Avengers 3 ending, like, oh, we don't even really believe the deaths. That's not the point. And that's why at the end of the credits, like the Russo brothers,
Yeah,
made
they
a
don't
joke
want
about-
you. They don't really
they don't-
want you to
which-
believe the
yeah,
deaths.
yeah.
Because then you're gonna be like, well, then we're done. No
Yeah,
shit.
no,
They don't
exactly.
want everyone to
No,
really
exactly.
think.
Which is why Samuel L. Jackson
Yeah.
at the end is
Yeah.
like, motherfucker, they're making a joke out of it.
And
It's
that's
a
why
joke.
he sent something.
Right?
They wouldn't have even showed him send anything to Captain Marvel if you guys haven't figured
Exactly.
that out
But
yet.
so the point is that
It would be too
everyone
ridiculous
who's
to
still
make all
alive
those
is the
people
original
at once.
Avengers, which means in Avengers 4, you have the comic book series called The New Avengers. So what Avengers 4 is going to be is the
Thank you,
original
Frankie.
Avengers from 2012 with Joss Whedon
Thank you, Frankie.
fighting to resurrect the new Avengers. And you're going to see deaths, and I'm predicting you're going to see retirements. I don't think they're going to kill every single one. Obviously, Chris Evans wants out. Obviously, they're paying
No,
Robert
and
Downey
Iron
Jr.
Man.
too
Robert
much money.
Downey Jr. wants out though too.
No.
That's why they're paying.
No.
This is his.
Robert
He's
Downey
been in
Jr.
it for
doesn't
a
want out.
decade.
Hold on.
No, he doesn't want out. Invest in the character deaths, then what is the point? How can you create... Dude, no.
How can you-
No. I'm not saying. Oh, let me answer this though.
Lord of the Rings, Two Towers.
I'm not. No. Okay. I'm not saying that we're not that we're not supposed to be into the deaths. Cause I look when those people died too, I looked at my brother. We both looked at each other. I'm fucking 30 years old. My brother's 35. Has 2 kids. We looked at each other like, what the fuck? But it's because you obviously know like there's no way they're gonna keep them dead. But nobody, I mean, I did not expect them to kill off everybody.
No.
But you have to also understand, look how they killed people off is what I was going to say. You see how they turned into dust and shit, right? Like, they could have killed them off. Like, it's emotionless, yes. A lot of them was emotionless. You had Spider-Man was the only one who ever said, "Oh, I don't feel so
really
good."
Tore at you.
But
really like he's like suffering.
He's
young.
young.
He doesn't know what the fuck's
He's
happening.
young. He's got his spidey
But it wasn't painful.
No, but they wasn't
just
painful.
evaporated.
Thank you.
It's almost like they just transferred to something else.
So you know they're gonna come back.
Prison.
And my theory is that they're gonna come back using the Soul Stone, not the Time Stone, but the Soul Stone,
to be like quasi-resurrected.
And I'm hoping that Gamora is gonna come back because I really want to see Gamora in Guardians 3. Like, to me, out of everything that happened, everybody who died, all I really give a fuck about is Spider-Man and Gamora.
No, all right. Here's the thing, bouncing.
That's all we want to be is interesting, baby.
Respect. Is that, like, I understand that it's like watching The Leftovers, but it's not like that. And the reason, and this is why I'm like so against the shit talking about. Well, no, okay, sure, kind of, but like the reason I'm against that shit talking is because it's like
I can see that.
It's like fucking Lord of the Rings, dude. With the two towers. Like, you have to understand that this is a middle episode. You can't come into this movie thinking like this is the end all. Right. Everyone knew, if you follow the Avengers and if you follow Marvel, everyone knew they filmed both of these films at the same goddamn time. Unless you were a dumbass. You went into this movie thinking fair. Like this is the
right.
have already
like, we don't need to say anybody's a dumbass because not everyone's gonna. I didn't know that.
Well okay.
For production value, they just basically do it in short spans.
Here's.
I mean, I knew they were. I mean, obviously, I fucking.
Here's
knew
also the point. Here's also the point,
I mean.
and I come back to it.
But
really think about the deaths, and this is the point that the Russo brothers are dope as, and. The writers of Avengers and the Russo brothers are recorded saying in interviews that there is a serious stake to what happens in Infinity Wars and we will not go back on it. Yeah. And what they mean by that is, think about it. Chris Hemsworth, Robert Downey Jr., Chris Evans are all out of contract.
The most true.
They are also the original Avengers. So happens that they kept all the original Avengers alive. So everyone who's like, oh, you know... Like, it's a fair point, dude. Like, at the end of it, you know they're going to come back. So, like, oh, why should I empathize with the deaths? I get that. But realize that it's kind of like Lord of the Rings. It's that middle episode, right? Where you know those characters that have been with you since 2008 are about to do the ultimate sacrifice for the new Avengers, which is going to be the $1.3 billion Black Panther, which is going to be the $700 million Spider-Man Homecoming, right? Like, they're fighting for those sequels to go on, and so then you're going to see that dramatic death by Chris Evans. You're going to see that dramatic either retirement or death by Tony Stark. You're going to see that dramatic glide out, probably, by Chris Hemmings.
And like we were talking about earlier, like how most people expected Iron Man to be dead, because that was a big topic, was the fact that Robert Downey Jr. said in an interview, I don't want to make, I'm done. Like, I've kind of come to the end of this.
And that's teased in Infinity War.
Yeah, and it is.
I thought his ass was fucking dead.
I don't know.
At that point, I was so basically sort of apathetic towards death by the end of Infinity War.
Right.
Like, we didn't even talk about Loki.
Right. You gotta get over that.
Loki's fucking dead.
You gotta get over that right away.
The bridge dude. The guy's going to be the next
007.
Yeah.
First one killed.
He's going to be the next 007?
Did anyone realize that the first superhero killed was a black guy?
I don't know.
Did you realize that? The first superhero killed in Infinity War.
Oh, you're right.
Was a black guy.
Wait.
Motherfuckers, dude. Why is it?
It was the bridge dude.
Why do they do this?
From Asgard.
You guys.
Remember he transports the whole planet Earth and then, like, they kill him? It was a black dude.
No. It's not just a black dude. It's Idris Elba.
Yes.
It's Idris.
Who was rejected for 007 because he's black.
Funny is, the best part of Dora... the fucking Finding Nemo sequel. The best part of that sequel was Idris, because he was a SEAL. Okay. Anyways, I did not know that. I fucking hate that. I hate how every time, dude, in Hollywood you find that out. Like, it's like, are you kidding me? Like, do you not realize that? Is there not one person out of all those names that especially in a Marvel movie, we literally sit in the theater and have to watch all these fucking names.
Hey, what's up, Fuse 911?
Hello, how you doing? Hey. Is there not one person that was like, By the way, I don't know if you noticed, but in the first 30 seconds of the movie, you killed the black person.
You know what's sad?
Like, are you kidding me? Why is it this happens all the time?
So, dude, Idris is badass. But he sends Hulk back to the Earth. But Hulk does absolutely nothing.
No, Hulk never shows up.
Do you know what?
But why? That's
Mark Ruffalo does
because
nothing.
all right. So this is what's dope about that. I read all these.
Hey, if
articles.
you guys have a theory of why Hulk didn't show up, please.
Why
put it
is
in the
Mark
chat.
Ruffalo a bitch?
Tell me if you agree with
mark.
me. This is my
Leave
theory.
your comments.
This is my theory for why the Hulk doesn't show up.
In that context, hi guys, what you talking about?
Loki.
We're talking about everything Marvel, specifically Infinity War.
So if you don't know the movie, then
you should probably dip.
Skip.
We are doing spoiler, but
we will talk about in 10 minutes. In 10 minutes time, we will talk about Scarlett Johansson and the Hulk and their scene after the credits. But for now,
also we're gonna be on every Thursday, same time, 9 to 12, 9 to 12 too. Who gives a fuck? Whenever we want to stop.
Here.
Hey, no, it's no problem.
Okay,
we're about to get to the Scarlett Johansson part.
Don't say sorry, babe.
So if you haven't seen Infinity War, come back in 10 minutes and we'll talk about. Okay, cool.
Wait, no. Have you seen Infinity War Fuse?
What?
Fuse.
Fuse.
9/11.
Have you seen Infinity War? 9/11. Horrific.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, then stay tuned and continue to listen.
Okay. Anyways. All right. So the Hulk
Idris
starts out, right? Loki says, we have the Hulk, right? And the Hulk comes out, which was dope because all the articles I read coming up to Infinity War were talking about who's going to win, Thanos or the Hulk in a fist match, right? And I love that the Russo brothers...
We already know that answer.
No, I know, but I love how they answered the question just immediately. They're like, the Russo brothers are basically like this. We know everyone's going to wonder about the Hulk. Let's get it out of the way. That's what I loved about it.
Because I agree.
It set up how powerful Thanos is.
Not only that, you want to know what was great about it?
Fuse has not seen.
Okay. Hey, Fuse, let's talk about something else. Let's be contributive to our members. Fuse, 911.
You have to answer to say we're still there, or else we're going to keep talking.
Have you seen Doctor Strange?
No. Anything. What do you want us to talk about?
All right, Fuse 911. If you don't want us to talk about
Infinity War.
Do you want to talk about 9/11?
Do you want to talk about Do you want to talk about how the fuses came into that?
I really don't want to talk
movies
about
versus comics. We kind of talked about it a little bit earlier.
But
you know what? We've been talking about it the whole night.
Let's talk about it again.
No,
go ahead.
All right.
All right. Well, let me bring up.
It's gonna be difficult.
Let me move genres in. Let me move movies. No. Don't worry about it. We're gonna continue. I don't want to ruin the movie for you.
Please carry on. Okay. All right. So this is what I liked about it.
Well, carrying on.
That they
thank you, Fuse, for understanding. We love you.
They perfectly answered the question of whether Thanos or the Hulk is stronger. Bam, right? Like Thanos beats down the Hulk. Now, your guys' question as to why does the Hulk does not come back?
Do you guys have a streaming
schedule? We do. Our streaming schedule so far right now is going to be every Thursday starting 9 p.m.
Every Thursday, 9 p.m.
9 p.m. We've been on since 9 p.m.
West Coast time.
We've been on it at 9 p.m. tonight. We'll go until we fucking gotta.
The reason is
till you stop listening.
Is because the only motion that's more powerful than anger, which is the Hulk's fuel, right, is fear. And finally, for the first time...
Well, that's his main thing, too.
Yes, finally, for the first time, Hulk is finally scared of something. Because this is the first time Hulk has come up with something that's more...
Can I interrupt you real quick, though?
Yeah, go.
And it's just to go to your point.
Yeah.
Stan Lee in an interview... It is, but it might need a charge. Stan Lee, and your charger will fit it. Stan Lee in an interview, what he said, and this is way back, way before any of these big movies came out. But what Hulk is about, when he wrote it, right, was
thank you, Fuse.
Thank you. From what I understand, right, Stan Lee created the Hulk because he was going through a relationship, right, with a girl, and it could be vice versa. Either way, it's love. Yeah. He loved somebody who, when they broke his heart, he realized how angry he got every time he got, right? And this anger that he felt.
The whole
and it was his fear of losing.
Thanos.
Well, but I was going to say, when I'm talking about the original backbone of who Hulk is like Hulk, the whole reason Hulk exists is because of fear, right?
Yeah.
So like this dude who's like a scientist, and he has like this fear when he gets mad and angry. But so it's like angry, but it's out of love. His anger is out of
Right?
love.
Yeah, no.
So
that's when Infinity War changes up. Is
the
that,
writing shows that the fear is taking over the love.
yes.
And Hulk, all of a sudden, because in Guardians of the Galaxy, it was the opposite. Mark Ruffalo or Bruce Banner, I'm sorry. Ragnarok, I'm sorry. Ragnarok, Bruce Banner was trying to come through the Hulk. But then finally, he put Hulk to sleep. And it's almost like there's like these two personalities. It's like a schizophrenic character that has these two personalities. And now Hulk is so stressed out and tired, he doesn't even want anything to do with the world.
Yeah.
And Bruce Banner has been so shielded, and now Bruce Banner is like, "Hey, man."
Which is
Thank you,
Fuse.
Yeah, please get beer. Which is the dope thing, right? So what we're getting at right now is a theory for Avengers 4, which I actually been reading about, which is that so you have this dual personality that's really severing, right? So Infinity War ends with Bruce Banner being like, Hulk, we got to figure this out because you ain't coming out of me anymore. Because like multiple times Bruce Banner's like, come out of me, Hulk, come out of me, Hulk. And like the Hulk's like, no. And then he goes back in, right? So what multiple theories are talking about is that basically we're going to see the Professor Hulk. Look that up on Google, dude. Which is basically Bruce Banner's intelligence with the Hulk strength. So you basically have this like normal, this normal dude who's walking down the street like Hulk. And so there's multiple theories. We got one that's like there's one that's like the Hulk just walking down like this intelligent dude. And then people have also been asking the question in Infinity War, where the fuck was Hawkeye, Jeremy Renner, which by the way is a Modesto.
Hawkeye, where the fuck was Hawkeye or Ant-Man or these motherfuckers?
Jeremy Renner's hometown is just 25 miles south of us. So Hawkeye was a close question to this vicinity. And the question was like, where the fuck was Hawkeye? He was in the advertisement, he was in the previews, and then people saw the movie, still no fucking Hawkeye. What we know from Captain America Civil War is that people that Hawkeye basically went into retirement. That's where we're supposed to presume, right? So if you type in Google right now, you type this shit in Google right now, type in Jeremy Renner / Hawkeye Ronin.
My man got a theory.
Ronin. Then type Google Images. You're going to see Jeremy Renner walking on the set of Avengers 4 from 2 years ago when they filmed Avengers 4, which comes out next May, with black and gold. Let me put that shit up here right there. Black and gold shins right there. That is the costume of Ronin.
But
the samurai swinging motherfucker in the costume, which means Hawkeye becomes Ronin.
But to help his argument right here, too, it has been said and announced that they filmed how many endings of this movie? 4. When they made this movie, they filmed 4 different endings to it so that the people in the movie, the stars had no idea. The stars had no idea about...
We can finish this beer and do some...
About this movie, about the ending of the movie, because they filmed 4 endings of it. So the stars wouldn't really know what the ending was going to be. Another thing I heard also, just a side little note that I thought was kind of funny and interesting, is that they didn't even they didn't even fucking tell the what's his name, the actor, man, Spider-Man.
Tom Holland.
They didn't tell Holland anything because apparently he blurted out some shit when they were doing Spider-Man. So they kept it from him for Avengers.
Well, they did that actually for multiple actors.
Good.
So basically, what Marvel does, which is genius, because we're in the day and age of like smartphones and shit. So what the Russo brothers and Marvel's doing now with Kevin Feige is basically they give false scripts to each actor. So if it's a scene that you're not in,
that sounds terrible.
It'll be a false scene. Unless it's the scene you're in, that's a true scene, of course, because you're fucking acting it. But all other scenes that you're not in, they write a false script for you. So that way,
He said, "I really like the multiple ending thing in Infinity War." What do you mean multiple ending thing?
What do you mean multiple ending thing?
What is it?
Put up the child on that screen. I can't see it on this screen.
Well, no. The thing is, this will lag a little bit because I refreshed it.
Who is that?
This is more real. Here we go. You guys gotta forgive me. I don't know much about this. My partner does. My partner, I'm a paramedic. Oh, I dig. So you work a lot, probably. So, long story short.
What story are you summarizing?
What?
I'm impressed. I will be impressed if you could summarize whatever long story you're thinking about.
The Marvel Universe.
Yeah, please summarize that. Please summarize that long story short.
So, long story short,
Yes.
he's a comic
He's
fanatic.
about to
He
summarize
fuses all the
19th
movies.
MCU movies.
He fusses all the movies. Is there anything to that?
You guys got.
All the movies. How they make multiple endings for the movies, so the actors don't.
Right,
like
yeah,
what
no,
you were
that's
just talking about.
yeah. That's what we were just talking about. It's like
Fuse
that they create fake screenplays because they know that like the Tom Hollands who are new in the industry and like maybe some extras will always send out their scripts or like talk about it with their friends. So what Marvel does really ingeniously is they make fake scripts per actor. So that way, even if it does get leaked, you didn't know the ending.
Right. Wait, so Fuse, are you talking about just generally, broadly speaking, you're just sort of behind on the canon and sort of everything? He knows all the comics?
Okay,
so
no.
Sean is our comic expert.
Kind of. I would say that when...
Give a synopsis of all the
I
comics
hate,
leading
but...
up to Infinity.
No, I couldn't do
What
that.
the fuck?
I couldn't do that. He could do that better than I could.
I was about to do that.
Yeah, I know. I was about to be really impressed.
Yeah, I would. I don't know that much.
I was basically going to be like,
I don't know that
there's
much.
dudes on Earth who are fighting a bunch of other bad dudes on Earth. Then there's some dudes in the space
all right, look,
who fight
he's saying,
dudes on
look,
Earth.
they're saying that there is, his friend says that the movies validate the comics.
No,
the source
violate.
material. Oh,
the comics,
violate.
the source
No,
of the
well,
stories.
here's the thing,
We
though.
just talked about that.
Yeah, that's what we're talking about. So if
They
you're,
don't.
tell your boy that if he's got to choose, man, he's either wants to read or he wants to watch movies, or he can enjoy both.
No,
but they're gonna
exactly.
be different.
No.
If you read a book
can't be.
a book cannot be exactly
have
the
to
same when you
convince-
put it into the movie.
They
It
have to
never
convince
has been.
in the movie.
No.
Even
all
the
right.
Bible.
All right. Listen. I don't mean to be wrong, like, bad to your friend, but he's just wrong.
What is the difference between the comics?
Well, in the
All right,
comics, go ahead, tell him.
All right, he's just wrong.
No, tell him about the Silver Surfer.
Yeah, no, I know. We already talked about this, right? And that's just that
more heroes.
the
in
Infinity
comics.
War movies were based off the Infinity Gauntlet comic books.
Not all, but a lot.
But there's
Yes.
two parts to this movie, and that's what. All right, so like a lot of comic book fans,
Yeah, it's a
as
two-parter.
myself and as
We need
Sam,
to understand that
yeah.
too. That's a two-parter.
it's a two-part, right?
Far
So
beyond
like
my imagination.
we like my family is huge into comic books. Sean's huge into comic books. Like there's a difference between Infinity War and Infinity Gauntlets, but they came out in the same 3-year segment in the early 1990s. Infinity Gauntlet had the snap of the finger and half the population dispersing and going away, right? So this movie heavily borrowed from the Infinity Gauntlet experience. So if you were an Infinity Gauntlet fan of that comic book series, you actually loved this movie because you're like, oh my god, this is Infinity Gauntlet.
Also, though, I'm sorry to interrupt you. I'm gonna let you finish. But also, if you read a comic books, you understand. All right, so let's say there's 6 books in the Infinity Gauntlet. There's 6 books, okay? Each book is like, it can almost be summarized as maybe 2 scenes tops. You know what I mean? Like if you were to translate the fucking a comic into a movie, like
he agrees.
Yeah, a single comic into a book, it's like it's only gonna be like a fucking scene. You know what I mean?
You're right,
It's a sample. So even a 6-book
You have
comic,
so much gap.
yeah. All right. So I'm a big fan of Deadpool. Okay, there's a whole a series called Deadpool Kills the Marvel Universe. There's 2 of them now. You should go get both of them if you haven't. All y'all. If you guys have not gotten, you can get the full book. They have all the stories in them. Deadpool Kills the Marvel Universe. And then Deadpool Kills the Marvel Universe again. Literally, that's what they're called. Get both of them. It's tight. You're going to see fucking Hulk get his head cut off. All this shit. Anyways.
So well versed.
Thank you. Anyways. If they were to make that into a movie, I would have to understand that they would have to add about fucking 200 different pages of shit because there's nothing
in between.
Yeah, because it's really just quick to the action and to that. So if you're reading a comic, the writers are allowed, in my opinion, allowed to create their own version, but off of the seed, flour, if you will, whatever the fuck you want, off of the flavors from the comic.
The parallel, so like in The Walking Dead, like that's another discussion. Y'all need to watch The Walking Dead.
Wait,
so we can talk about that. Rick's hand is supposed to, his right hand is supposed to get cut off in the comic books around the war with Negan. He never gets his hand cut off because in the fucking show, think about how awkward it would be if he was trying to reload his revolver with one hand. He can't reload his revolver with one hand. He can't reload his gun. So they didn't cut his hand off in the show. But they like did all these other things in the show, right? First, they kept people alive.
So they did the same thing.
They killed some people. The canon in Walking Dead is completely killed.
It's easier to imagine things when you're reading it.
But
you could visualize and create your own reality. But when you're looking at it, the reality is what you're seeing. So they're going to have to try and put certain things. Go ahead.
Here's the thing, though. I still want to give Marvel Studios credit, dude. Because
no, they deserve plenty of credit.
No, because I think Marvel Studios deserves credit. No, yes. I think Marvel Studios deserves hella credit adaptation-wise. Because think about it. They don't have fucking X-Men. They don't have the Silver Surfer. Like... They are working with a story where they're missing. They don't
have the copyright.
They don't have.
Yeah, it's all legal shit.
Because
who owns
FX. They already bought them, but they're waiting for the merger to be.
I would also like to say,
but here's my thing.
Do you think that they have a couple of openings in the narrative of Infinity War?
No. It's not sold yet. It's not.
If I may, all three of you, fave superhero movie. You can. You may. I mean, and my favorite superhero movie. Is Logan, hands down. My favorite superhero is Wolverine. He's always been Wolverine since I was a child.
What's yours?
And Logan is just like the most fucking realistic. That little girl's a fucking beast, and I just like how it's just you really, in my opinion, shows that Wolverine is the toughest, in my opinion, the toughest superhero because he's been through the most emotionally as a human as we all can connect to. As much as being like a mutant. He's been through a fucking lot and he's never killed himself, even though he could have, because he proved that in the movie with having that bullet. He stuck through it with life, and that's why he's my favorite.
You're done. I got a pitch. This is uncanny. I'm actually not going to go Marvel. I'm going to go DC. And I think DC is whack as fuck.
Not on this show, we can't. Cancel the show! And you're a piece of shit.
Heath Ledger's performance as the Dark Knight. I think it's either between Ragnarok or Infinity War or Dark Knight. But when I think about Dark Knight, every single scene I see with Heath Ledger, every single fucking scene, the scene where he's at the fundraiser, the scene where he does the pencil trick, the scene where he's upside down, every single scene with Heath Ledger.
It's a comic book.
I've never seen a greater villain in my entire life. And I don't.
I have.
No, dude. Heath Ledger just fucking killed it 10 times because he always switches his story. He's a true sociopath.
That's a good topic.
And it's like I don't really. I guess the scenes with Batman and Christian Bale, they're okay. They're definitely better than the Ben Affleck shit. But the scenes though with Heath Ledger, every single scene, I rewatched that movie and I just
hundreds of times
to the Heath Ledger film.
My favorite
the Heath Ledger parts.
My favorite scene in that movie is the interrogation scene with Heath Ledger and the
all
Batman.
Those scenes
where
dude,
he's like,
you can
follow the rules.
You can be
like them.
It doesn't matter what you do to me.
Christopher Nolan.
You're not like them.
Let me tell you.
My God.
I'm glad you brought that up actually because it kind of makes. I'm still not going to change my opinion because, like I said, Wolverine.
Yeah,
he agrees.
He is. Hey,
I think he's my fave. Okay. Wait, no, who's your fave though? Wolverine or Batman?
No, he's talking about Batman.
Because
he's talking about Batman. He's talking about.
So what I was gonna say,
he or she, we don't know. But either way, let me know.
I was gonna say, my movie wise, I still think Iron Man 1 is my favorite.
Iron Man's a great movie.
Iron Man 1.
It's not a bad one.
Or Guardians 2.
Okay, but I want to go back to what he was saying. To my answer is because I want to give appreciation to
Heath Ledger.
No,
Yeah.
to Batman, to Christopher
Christian
Nolan.
Bale? Or
Christopher
Christian
Nolan
Bale's
in that
Christopher
trilogy. But I just wanted to say
When
that
DC
the
knew
reason-
what they were doing.
Wolverine is just the reason I picked Logan is Wolverine has always been my favorite superhero since I was a
Batman
kid.
Fuse. Yes.
And okay, Batman is your
No,
favorite.
Not Batfleck.
Batman.
We're not
with
talking
the-
about
I'd say
Batfleck.
Wolverine's my
with
favorite.
the
Anyways,
Heath
who gives a fuck?
Ledger
Let me
and
talk-
the Christian Bale.
Okay, anyways,
Christian Bale, English Christian
I just
Bale.
wanted to say that
Doctor
fucking
Strange.
what he was saying about Batman, what I liked about it, dude. Yeah, that's cool, man. What I really liked about it, hey, tell him that.
What's on
Careful.
there?
Careful.
Yeah, and what I liked about it is, can you get the fuck out of here? Yeah. Okay, tell Joe I said just shut up back there. What I wanted to say though,
Laureate Prize.
what I wanted to say though about the Batmans is that the Batman, that trilogy was my favorite. The cinematography.
In Dark Knight.
Yeah, so like if for y'all who might not understand cinematography, what I'm talking about is like imagine if the still shots that somebody drew out, right? That what the shot's supposed to look out. Cinematographer is trying
Just
to make
the-
it look
the
like
frame.
that, right?
Just
The frame of the
Yeah.
shot.
Yeah.
So imagine a picture from a comic book. If you show a cinematographer that, he's gonna be like, "Well, I'm gonna try and get that everything set up,
I
right?"
like the movies. One of the best villains, the Joker. What is your favorite DC universe? Mine happens to be Red Sun.
Ooh, you're asking Marvel fans.
So is he?
now.
Is he? Talking,
There's a lot of DC universe, just
but
like
is
there's.
Batman really a superhero?
Well, if Iron Man is, he is, yeah.
When it
Because
yeah,
Iron Man is wearing a suit and Batman is technically
functionally
wearing a suit.
speaking,
I
Iron Man
understand it.
So Bruce Wayne and Tony Stark are totally on the same level.
Yeah, they
They
totally
both-
are.
they
Except
both-
one of them, but
They both
Marvel.
have a R&D department for military application, but Tony Stark is more on the up and sort of
And he's
building a brand versus
because like
Bruce Wayne.
Bruce Wayne had the money. Like Bruce Wayne had the money and made weapons, but not like
Iron Man, yeah.
not like Stark did. Like Stark's dad also made weapons and
It was
shit.
just the lineage.
It was
a
a
perfect
lineage,
cover.
you're right.
But Bruce Wayne was. I don't even know what Bruce Wayne's business was. Enterprise.
What is Bruce Wayne's business? His family? What is Bruce Wayne's family business?
What did the Wayne Enterprise do? Was
the
it
Wayne
real
Enterprise,
estate?
which is energy. It's
was
real
energy.
estate.
It wasn't
also-
weapons
Okay,
like
so-
the
so
Starks
the-
was
the
always.
Stark
No,
company-
it's weapons. It's
You
real
need to look
estate,
at that if you
it's
want to join
energy.
us. You coming back? Fucking.
So we're
Because-
talking about, is Batman really a superhero?
No, yeah, of course he is. Why is that?
Is he a superhero insofar as Iron Man is?
Hey, hold on.
Yes.
Ain't no one hating you for liking Spider-Man. We love Spider-Man.
What is the
I
difference
like
between?
Spider-Man.
I love
Maybe-
Spider-Man, and I'm glad that they finally have Tom Holland.
Wait, were they just
Yeah,
fucking?
Tom
Were
Holland-
you guys just hating
No, no,
on Spider-Man?
No.
No. He was playing they were playing devil's advocate.
Tom
saying
Why do
Tom
they have two
Holland
beers?
is
Because he's just open
because you're Irish. Tom Holland is a great Spider-Man.
I feel like at
And-
the end of each of these video casts, there should be a full table of beers next to the mic, almost like it is now, like this.
It needs more hot sauce.
Coors, the comics beer.
Well, dude, yeah, we'll get some ad deals or something. I don't know. Oh
we
my
had to
god,
put-
is the video? The video is.
Are you guys
catching
getting this cunt?
all of this? He is eating. He's not eating. He's drinking.
I have to take
Tapatio
Prilosec no
with
matter what I eat.
Coors.
I could literally eat yogurt all day, and I gotta take a Prilosec because I'll get heartburn. This cunt over here is over here drinking beers with fucking hot sauce on it. He doesn't feel a thing.
Because I got the steer for the quiz.
What?
You guys don't do that.
Can you charge my vape pen? Are you charging it?
It's being charged right now. Right down there. I accidentally dropped some of the juices, but
Don't ever do that again.
the Batman movies were very good.
The Batman's movies.
Which
were very
ones?
good.
The Dark Knight.
Except-
The Dark Knight was very good.
Which
The
ones,
two.
Fuse? Which
The
ones?
first
The
two
Dark
were.
Knight
The
Rises.
first two were.
The Dark
The
Knight
first
Rises
three.
was not.
You didn't like the third one?
I didn't like the third one.
You didn't like Bane?
Christopher Nolan didn't even like the third one. You know what he said?
I don't. Oh, so he
Right.
doesn't like the third one because the director said he didn't
Let's
like
bring
it.
it down like a couple octaves.
He didn't like the third one.
A complaint, but from the Nabes.
He didn't like the third one because the director didn't like the third one. Can you hear that?
Yeah, no, look at your feedback. You're going out completely.
Okay,
It's
that's
all,
fine.
It's all coming from there, right there. Yeah, that's perfect.
He didn't like the third one. Because his mother didn't like the third one, is what he's saying. Why didn't you like the third one?
Because no, well, okay. So get this. So Bane, I don't think is as good of a villain as Heath Ledger. I don't think that his character was as sort of sympathetic. Not sympathetic. I feel like the Joker you can relate to a certain degree.
I think people gave the third one a hard time because of how much pain we were after Heath Ledger died. Because Heath Ledger did such a fucking good job playing the Joker.
This isn't really my thing, but I am enjoying this conversation.
What is your thing then?
What is your thing? We'll talk about your thing.
Yeah.
Give us your thing.
We can switch it up. We can talk about this.
Because honestly, comics is not necessarily our thing.
What is your thing? Give us.
You like The
your
Walking
thing.
Dead?
That's a comic.
Give us your thing.
It's a graphic novel.
Hey, you're right. It's great.
My favorite Batman movie was the one with
Danny DeVito. Yes, dude, as the Penguin. He was the best Penguin.
Who played Batman in the first movie?
Ever?
Ever.
It was not.
Definitely wasn't Michael
It was
Keaton.
well.
Was it Christian Bale? Wasn't Batfleck.
It wasn't. Was it George Clooney? Was George Clooney in the first one?
Was it? What the fuck?
Dude,
George Clooney was Batman.
George Clooney
Yes,
was
there was
a
many
fake
more
ripoff.
Batmans before that.
So Batman, okay, George Clooney was a Batfleck of the '90s generation, or was that early 2000s?
All right, Fuse. What is your thing? You're talking about
Yes, he was
Batman.
amazing. Mike, Fuse, give us some direction here. So Jonathan's going to continue to eat the Tapatio.
Lewis G. Wilson.
At a certain point tonight, he's just going to be drinking Tapatio
Look at the first Batman
from the bottle.
Lewis G. Wilson.
Lewis
You
G.
guys gotta
Wilson.
see this guy.
Yeah,
This was
put
the
him
first
up.
Batman ever. Let's see.
Don't pull the...
Oh, wait, no. I
it's a
don't
cover.
even have
Hey, you're
the
going to pull that
advertisement.
can up. JB, watch out.
This is the first Batman. Lewis G. Wilson.
Nice.
With a beer belly. Fully equipped and very fat, whatever, and he was just fat, fat Batman.
Hey,
They just went
but
with the fat
look,
Batman.
they had no nanotech. They
Yeah.
had pure cotton.
Thank you,
Finally.
Fuse, for appreciating the intelligent conversation.
Here,
And let me tell you though, on the real, that's what you're gonna get. All right, every week, because this week it's fucking this. But honestly, we are gonna talk
we have a
about,
lot more. We're gonna write things down on paper.
especially with these two fucking assholes.
See, look, we have paper here.
I have a question. Why do you guys think, with the third Batman ever in existence, they drew his eyebrows?
Let me see.
The eyebrows.
Let me see.
You see these white eyebrows? Why would you draw white eyebrows? Like, why would Batman, like this billionaire dude, right, who's like wants to be a mass vigilante for the neighborhood? Why would he take his mask and draw fucking white eyebrows on his mask? Why does that
seem like a good
anywhere realistic where he would be like, man, you know what this mask is missing is white eyebrows?
I think, Adam West.
Look at this, like white.
There was somebody right before Adam West that nobody really gives a fuck about because he's the worst. But yeah, you're right. Adam West does deserve to be known as like the Batman.
Then Michael Keaton.
God.
But then
Michael Keaton was
Michael
great.
Keaton
Michael
was
Keaton was
pretty
great.
great. Michael Keaton was.
I liked
great.
Michael Keaton.
Christian Bale though.
George
will always
Clooney.
be my Batman.
Val Kilmer.
Christian Bale will be mine too.
Is this not the creepiest smile you'll
Like,
see on
okay,
a
so
Batman?
get this.
Let me see it.
Oh, it's. I
He'll,
can't get the
bring it
reflection.
back.
Look at this shit.
It's too dark. It's too
Look at this
dark.
Michael Keaton smile.
It's just, his eyes look super
No, that's
close.
Val Kilmer. That's Val Kilmer.
Oh, Val Kilmer.
So
that's right.
no. So Christian Bale, Psycho.
Yeah. Wait. What?
Psycho. So Christian Bale's a perfect Batman because of his Psycho appearance in that movie. Psycho was about the American businessman, sort of the elite, sort of the financially wealthy, this sort of
Business card, the gloves.
Exactly. Like he was just a bona fide killer. Batman is the same character.
No.
No. Get this. Let me back up.
Bonafide killer or bonafide dreamer? Because he
Bat-
sketched it all on paper, man.
Whatever about the Psycho thing. I'm saying that
Was it true?
Christian Bale's Psycho persona
Was it true or was it
put
not?
into a suit,
it true or was it
injected
not?
into the superhero
Was it true or
persona.
was it not? Was it true? Was he dreaming it, or did you really kill them? What did Christian Bale do?
I think in Psycho, I think he actually did it, but that's just a
You
different
think?
story.
You think? All right. So when he shot the police cars and it blew up, you think that was really that? You think that was reality? That Christian Bale really did that in reality?
He could have got lucky. He could have hit a shot. I don't know much about cars.
Hit a shot at what?
The gas tank.
You think shooting a gas tank explodes
I've played
the entire
GTA before.
car?
I played GTA before.
Yeah, when
I
does
know
that
they
happen in
model it
GTA?
up. I
If
know
you
they
shoot
model-
cars in GTA, it doesn't blow up.
Does it blow up?
No, it doesn't blow up, bro.
Yeah, they do.
Okay.
All right, we're
so
talking
get
about
this, get this. Maybe the explosion wasn't true, but maybe the
American Psycho,
fact
when
that
Christian
he
Bale shoots a police
killed
car,
he
it
killed
explodes.
those people, right?
American
What
Psycho,
it
when
was
Christian Bale
true,
shoots a police car
but
and
the
it explodes.
explosion was as an exaggeration just for the sake of the movie. I feel like we're.
But then he
distracting-
wakes up and he figures out that he drew all the shit in his notepad. So you saying that shit wasn't real? What are you saying is real? Are you saying the notepad wasn't real, or are you saying the killings were
So
real?
I'm saying that people who claim both sides of the coin are right.
Wow.
I feel like
Wow.
part of it
What
was true,
a
part of it was not
Switzerland
true.
pussy call.
No.
Do you want a douchebag with that pussy that you got growing over there?
No.
Because I feel like it's really infestating, like right around there.
I like to keep it dirty.
You're a cunt.
Yeah, bro. But we're really talking about Psycho right now. God damn it, we could watch the movie again.
I
and we
agree
could
with you,
re-enroll.
Michael Keaton. No, I agree, straight up.
Yeah, no.
But
okay.
the George Clooney one was horrible, fucking too.
So fucking
Was.
motherfucking damn it. All I was saying is that Christian Bale has an edge because he's played a psychopathic fucking corporate sort of
Michael Keaton, yes.
elitist. And Christian Bale has been there, and he just encapsulated that role better. But basically, he took that
No, you want to
energy
go?
and directed
Cry-
it towards
I-
Bruce Wayne.
I think.
How many viewers do we have right now?
I honestly think. Yeah, check that. I honestly.
2, 3, 4,
No, how many
5,
viewers?
No viewers, motherfucker. I honestly.
We
I honestly
we have one. We have 2 viewers.
I honestly think that the director Christopher Nolan is what made the Dark Knight trilogy
No, it's
dope.
good. Yeah.
Dope. Because it made it like he liked the old school comics where Batman was crushing people's skulls. Batman was fucking dark.
Superhero movies.
There was a group of comics where
How many?
3.
Okay.
So we were talking earlier about how there was a group of comics. I mean, how there was different writers and artists that do the comics, right? So like, let's say DC hires this group of artists like Mike Esposito or whatever to do a comic. These people do a comic and write and do the art of it. So the stories are always unique in that aspect. So when we were talking about the Infinity Gauntlet, that was a specific group of artists, and many artists, because they have all different types when it comes to comics, but in writers that worked on that made that specific story. So it's gonna be completely different from other stories and timelines and shit.
Ask a question. Fuse 911. What do you mean you can't bring reality into superhero movies?
No, you can't. No, you can.
Oh, no, I'm just wondering what he means.
Like, what's your interpretation of reality? You mean just like
That
that
defies
the point
the
entirely? So, okay.
Well, because you're saying
this
Fuse
brings-
is looking at it as it's got to be as a point of escape, which it can be. But I think that something that connects you to a story more than anything is something that basically is like an anchor to your life, something that you can relate to.
I mean, this could be going in deep as Thanos, like Thanos controls
Something,
reality.
not
Like,
something about Thanos. No, so what I would say,
Thanos ruins all the movies.
So the thing about Thanos
I'm just saying.
that is his anchor to your humanity, your humanity. Sorry, there's too many drinks. We about to end the show. All right, we at the end of the show, so we fucked up at this point. But the thing that anchors you to your humanity is the fact that in the movie, I'm not going to spoil anything for you, Fuse, but in the movie, Thanos feels pain that you would feel as a human. He feels love. So that's going to anchor you, right? And that's what we're talking about as far as reality goes in any of these movies. There has to be something obviously that you connect to, even though you want to escape. But you have to kind of connect to something if you want to fully connect to escape. I know it sounds stupid, but just drink enough beers, it'll make sense.
Yeah.
That's 5 beers actually in total that you have to drink for that to make sense. But basically, what it has to do with is like Thanos has the Infinity Gauntlet, the Redstone's reality absorption, right? So like when Drax and whatever her bitch name ass is that comes with Gamora to the Collector's place, and he does that thing where they all turn into like slivers and they all just kind of like blah 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 go down on the ground. The point of the fact is that what's ingenious about having fucking Iron Man and Doctor Strange going up against Thanos is Doctor Strange is able to counter his reality alternating movements, right? And dope thing about that fight between Iron Man and Thanos.
What do we do for a living? Well, these cocksuckers are salesmen.
What's up with Robin?
Fuck Robin, dude. Robin hasn't been cool since never.
Robin, they haven't been able to add Robin since
Robin?
since it's come out that Catholic priests have been raping little boys.
Literally, I think.
But also, wait, I'm trying to go back to Mike real quick.
We'll
Mike,
go back to that. We'll go back to that.
We're gonna get to you. Mike's got to work in the morning. Let's just answer Mike so we go to sleep.
What I'm trying to say is,
Mikey, boy.
Wait for Fuse.
I work for FedEx.
There's never been a good.
I'm just playing. I work for a shipping company, though.
There's never.
I work for FedEx.
Sorry, you're being serious discussing movie direction.
There's never been a good Robin. They all suck dick. Now, going on the mic.
With Batman?
Yeah. No, Robin. Yeah, Batman and Robin.
Okay,
like, there's never been a good Robin.
No,
it's not meant for the movies.
No, there's never been a Robin that does Robin justice. I mean, maybe even in the TV show.
I don't think Robin can do Robin justice. I think Robin is just a bad character in general, in my opinion. I never liked them.
Their name is Robin.
Yeah. So for Mike, we all just are about to graduate next week. We go to the same program. We're about to get our PhDs in astrophysics and engineering. We're graduating from University of Pacific. And this dude's about to get a gig at NASA. This dude's gonna be working at Stanford. I'll be working at UCLA. But we all got gigs coming up, and this guy wants to be the next Tony Stark. We'll see if it happens. No, it's not gonna happen. Yeah, all right, it's gonna be the next Elon Musk. Nope. All right, he's gonna be the next Rothschild kid.
What do you do for a living? He's a salesman.
He's a park ranger.
Who's a park ranger?
Mike.
Mike is a park ranger. Give him a number 1.
Mike, that's dope as fuck, man.
Number one in chat.
No, that is your 8th number 1. You've already you set the record for like 20 number 1s in a day. What do you do, Fuse? What's your job?
Yeah, Fuse.
Fuse, what do you do?
What do you do, bro?
I guess
Fuse?
You got a number 1 too.
No, we don't know yet. Fuse, what do you do?
I'm gonna have to open this beer first.
Don't open the beer until Fuse answers the question.
Whoops.
Shit. Now he's gonna lie. Fuse, we're literally waiting on you, bro.
Yes, I'm curious too.
Yeah, no, we are very curious in what you are.
We're curious too, Fuse.
Yeah, I am.
Oh, that's right. You told us.
Wait, no. Why does he say ...
No, because he told us. Because he told us that already.
Why is he saying ...
Because he told us already.
Why is he saying... Oh, he did tell us already.
Yeah, you fucking idiot.
Oh, he did tell us already.
I'm sorry. I apologize to my friend Bruce. He's a cunt.
For him too. He's a fucking dick. You know what I mean? He's a saver of life.
Nah, but you are. And I was going to tell you earlier when I found that out.
I was going to tell you earlier that, like, you really deserve props for that. This guy doesn't really respect y'all. But like, dude, that's why I don't bring around company because like
you see how he did that? You see what he did?
The first line of defense against death. So you all are saviors.
You see what he did?
St. Gabriel's Shannon, and this dude don't respect you. I represent the best of the population that absolutely respects what you do, and I think you deserve more money. In fact, I will call your boss.
We're having fun.
I will call your boss. If you give me the number to your boss, I will call your boss and say, you saved my life in a park, which means, Mike, yes, I will also call your boss and say that you called me with the paramedic.
Yeah, right, yeah.
So anyways, thank you guys for watching and joining us tonight, for real. Next week, Thursday, start at 9 p.m. to at least 12 a.m., we are going to be on the show, okay? Drinking, stinking, and pinking. You know how we do. Please join us.
We're not going to be pinking.
Booty how, booty how.
Please join us. Get ready to stop it, my friend, the producer right here. Please join us. Please get ready to join us. Please
Join us then.
tell your friends and everything. Thank you very much.
Thank
Fuse,
Thank you, Mike.
Mikey Olsen 6, Mike Olsen 666. Thank you for joining. Fuse, thank you for joining.
Fuse, hit us with a follow. If you have Amazon Prime, you can go ahead and shoot us with a Prime sub. We really appreciate it, either or. We will be back at Thursday at 9 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. If you're Eastern Time, that's about 11 o'clock. If you're Eastern Time,
That's 12 o'clock actually for Eastern Time.
Yeah.
if you're
that's
Eastern
3
Time,
hours.
that's 12 o'clock. That's 3 hours.
Good
If you're
thing I
Mountain
caught
Time,
that
then
mistake.
you're not too far
Fundamental
behind. But
mistake.
we're gonna be on that.
Thank you,
front,
Fuse.
so
We're gonna be
thank
here
you,
next
Fuse.
week.
This has been
Thank you,
thank you
everyone.
God I'm fingering Tim Duncan. Thank you for joining.
Obviously,
Thanking
that's not
God
what it's
I
called,
am fingering
but
Tim
thank you,
Duncan.
everyone.
Thanking God I fingered
Yes. It's not Tim Duncan.